Hello, everyone, and welcome to the PlayStation Experience 2015. I'm Meredith Molinari, and I am so excited to have my favorite co-host with me this year.
Hi, I'm Anthony Carboni, and I love that we ended that video with just a screaming Bloodborne beast. Just welcome to PlayStation Experience.
They're getting you ready for what the melee is going to be in here, because there are a ton of people here. It's insane.
It's awesome. We have had a line around the block since probably about 9:30 last night to get into the audience to see the keynote this morning, which starts in just a few minutes.
Yes, I actually had someone tweet me at 5 o'clock this morning saying, heading over to the keynote. I was like, go back to bed, people. What are you doing? You're crazy. It's
I love it. I love it. I love how excited everybody is. I love how just crowded this entire place is. We have packed out the entire Moscone Center with PlayStation fans, and I love it, man.
Yeah.
It feels good.
We're
It feels
gonna be here
good.
all weekend with so much content. And this year on the live stream, we're actually doing a lot of really great panels that you're going to get to see as well on the live stream here today.
Yep, we got a big panel coming up at 2 p.m. about PlayStation VR, which is something I am super, super excited about. We've got a panel Uncharted this afternoon.
Here, yeah.
The Kind of Funny guys are doing the PS I Love You live here at 5 o'clock, I believe,
That's
which
awesome.
is going to be awesome. Trending gamer, Greg Miller.
Aw.
I love it.
His
Congrats,
speech was
buddy.
so great. That was awesome.
It was amazing.
Yeah. We have a lot of cool stuff that we are actually giving out in our gift bag. And for all of you that can't be with us, I wanted to share with you what little goodies you're missing out on. So let's pick up. This is our
I don't know if
nifty-
this is gonna satiate your curiosity or just make you guys go, ugh.
Make you want to be here next year, because this is my favorite. I have to say, this little beanie. I mean, I'm totally gonna ruin my hair right now, but it's so freaking worth it. How cute is that?
There were 5 people backstage in hair and makeup that were like, don't put on the hat, Meredith. Don't you put on that hat,
It's so
Meredith.
cute. What else we got in here, Anthony?
This is great. So this poster is something that I've been curious about. I had to fly in to catch the conference. A lot of people flew in from all over to see PlayStation Experience. And you know that if you open up a
You're
poster
done.
tube,
You're never gonna get it in your luggage.
you can never
ever
get
again.
it home.
What is it?
So I don't know what it is yet. Oh, this
Dun,
is
dun,
great.
dun.
This is the big billboard that's outside the building and up right here in the main hall.
Yeah, and you know there's gonna be so many amazing people here. I have a feeling everyone's gonna be getting that autographed all weekend long.
Yeah. What else we got here? We've got the guide to the event.
Oh, very important. Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Stay safe from nerd flu. It is a real thing. Don't get sick.
T-shirts, programs, all kinds of great stuff.
All good stuff.
But we're just about seconds away here from the main hall, from the main event.
I'm so excited for this keynote. I love how there's always new stuff that they are going to share with us, and I never know what's happening.
Yeah, we have got a time lapse actually right now of the setup for the main event. This stage is unbelievable, you guys. Check this out.
Kids today have it so easy. They have no idea what we went through in my day. There was no sitting at home with friends. You had to go down to an arcade with a pocket full of quarters. And if you didn't have any quarters, you weren't gonna play that day. We didn't have any online. There was only inline. Putting your quarter up on a machine and then some bully would take it and throw it on the ground and say you weren't playing. That's the way it was. Today, the graphics in the game are better than the ones on the box. It doesn't make sense. It's backwards. Gaming is more socially accepted than ever. Young, old, Canadian, whatever. People love to game, and people love gamers. We didn't have it so easy. I tell you, it's never been a better time to be a gamer. Never. Throw my back out. Get off my lawn and go play some games.
Not open yet. We're closed. Come on, man. All right, I'm coming. Coming. Asshole. Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm, looking for my little brother. It's about your height, a little bit leaner. Definitely less gray in the temples.
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan.
God, Sam.
Oh, all right. Take it easy, take it easy.
How? How? I thought you... I saw you get shot.
Yes, you did. Right there. Huh?
Jesus.
Well, the doctors, they patched me up and they tossed me right back into the cell.
Yeah, but I made calls. I checked everywhere. Everything I heard, everything I found, it all confirmed you were dead.
Nathan, we killed a guard. Okay, so they wanted to see me rot in that cell for the rest of my life, and I nearly did.
Jesus, Sam, man, if I had known, I swear to you, I would have come
You would have come back. I know, Nathan. I know. What's important now, though, is that I'm out. Hey, you still with me?
Need some air.
You're not gonna pass out on me or nothing, are you?
I just might. It's a lot to digest, you know? But how did you get out? When did you get out? How'd you even get here, find me?
All right. Slow down. Hey, have a seat. I want to hear about you.
Me?
Yeah.
What's to tell?
Well, call some of your old contacts. Tell me some pretty crazy-ass stories.
Jeez, what crazy stories.
Got shot. hanging from a derailed train in the Himalayas?
Yeah, that actually happened.
Come on, man, what did I miss?
Jeez, Sam, where do I start?
Start with the best part.
Okay, do you remember the theory that we had that Sir Francis Drake faked his own death?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, he did. I found the coffin.
Off the coast of Panama?
Yeah. All right, now get this. Okay, I open it up, right? And there's no body. But the bottom is his old journal.
Are you shitting me?
I mean, what can I say? Another lost city destroyed, and we made it out alive. Barely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I wish you could have been there.
No, it's literally unbelievable. You tell me you stumble upon yet another archaeological gold mine, and somehow you manage to walk away with nothing.
Yeah, well, it's a story of my life, I guess. But, you know, I managed to grab a few trinkets here and there. Paid off the car, the house, engagement ring, the engagement ring. I'm married. I can't believe... Elena from the stories, that's my wife. You gotta come meet her. Tonight, dinner at my place. You're coming to dinner. I can tell her all about you. Shit, I gotta tell her all about you.
Nathan, I'm in a lot of trouble here.
Please welcome from Sony Computer Entertainment, Sean Layden.
Thank you very much. Uncharted 4, amazing. And if that's the way we're starting the show, you can imagine what the rest of the show is going to be like today. We're so glad you've joined us here for the second annual PlayStation Experience, taking place in the heart of the San Francisco Bay Area, which is home and headquarters to PlayStation in America. It's also the home for many of our partners in publishing and development around here in California. So we're so delighted to be here. We're so happy that all of you are here with us today. It's going to be a hell of a weekend. I have to admit to all of you that I've been really looking forward to this day since we closed the first PlayStation Experience in 2014. That was such a powerful experience for the company and for all of our partners, and I was truly humbled to see our PlayStation community come together. We throw a new event, we bring out new gaming, we see your passion, we see your commitment. It's our delight to be able to do this for everybody. Like all of you, it's all right, like all of you, I'm a gamer at heart, and I've been fortunate enough to be part of the Sony family since the beginning of PlayStation 20 years ago. It's been an incredible ride, and we could not have achieved this success, or any of it, were it not for all of you, everybody here. You are gamers at heart. You love the game. You love PlayStation. And we're so happy and humbled that you're part of our family worldwide. Now, I hope you're ready for the next few days. We have hundreds of playable kiosks from the world's top developers, hours of live stream content you'll be able to see, and we'll have the most PlayStation VR content we've had at any show to date. And of course, lots and lots and lots of game announcements. Speaking of announcements, no announcement has had more amazing fan reaction than the reveal of this trailer. Let's take a look.
What's going on?
Tonight, we have a very special treat for everyone. Oh my God!
Midgar looks exactly like that. There's Barrett. There's fucking Barrett. Gotta be like a movie or something.
And if crying guy, if you're out there, don't worry, there's some more. And are you ready for a little bit of it? Let's see it.
I don't see why we brought a Shinra soldier along. No way he'd throw all that away for us. What's his name, anyway?
Cloud Strife. And he says it's former soldier. Look, heavy security like this, you want a professional along.
We're paying you more than a few gil. You best be worth it.
Look, I don't care about your politics.
This for the planet, same as us.
Not interested.
Wedge. Get back here!
Please welcome from Square Enix, Yoshinori Kitase and Tetsuya Nomura.
Thank you. スクエアエニックスの北瀬です。今年の E3 でですね、ティザー PV として、ご紹介した、本作ですが、ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクとして、現在鋭意制作中でございます。今日はですね、新しい映像をこうやってお見せできて、大変嬉しく思います。
Hi, I'm Kitase from Square Enix. The team is currently hard at work on the game we teased at E3, Final Fantasy VII Remake. We continue to develop the game, and we are finding new ways to update the content as we revisit it. We are very excited to show you new footage of the project today.
こんにちは、野村です。ですね、今日公開した映像はゲームのほんの一部ですが、喜んでいただければ幸いです。今後さらに新しい情報を更新していきますので、お楽しみにしていてください。ありがとうございました。
We're looking forward to updating you with new and surprising information regarding this title. This footage only represents a small part of the game, but we hope you enjoyed it.
最後にですけども、昨年のこの PSX ですね、発表させていただいた、オリジナルのファイナルファンタジー7の移植版ですね、 PS4 版のファイナルファンタジー7は本日から、ダウンロードで配信されますので、ぜひ皆さんお楽しみください。
Many of you have been clamoring for more information on the remake, but if your impatience is just getting the best of you and you can't hold out, the PC re-release of Final Fantasy VII is actually available today for PS4.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please welcome from Sony Computer Entertainment, Shelby Cox.
How awesome is it that we're here for 2 straight days of nothing but video games? Woo! All right, Now, you all remember at E3 this year, we unveiled a partnership that brought the single biggest video game franchise to the #1 console in the world and made PlayStation the new home of Call of Duty. Woo! It's been so awesome to lead this Black Ops 3 partnership over the last year. And because of you guys, almost every single possible PlayStation launch record has been broken. And since we think you guys need another reason to log more hours and break more records on Black Ops 3, we're excited to announce today that the first DLC map pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Awakening, will be available first on PlayStation in early 2016. Now, guys, that's 30 days before you can play it anywhere else. All for you guys. Now, in addition to great content planned for Black Ops 3, Activision has also announced the introduction of Call of Duty World League, a new global esports league dedicated to the #1 console esports franchise. And today, we're proud to announce that in addition to being the home of Call of Duty esports, PlayStation will also be the presenting partner of Call of Duty World League, deepening our commitment to the best destination for competitive gaming. Let's take a look at Call of Duty World League.
This week, Activision officially launched the Call of Duty World League, and today we are proud to announce that Sony PlayStation will be the official presenting partner of the Call of Duty World League season for Black Ops 3.
Neil, how pumped are you? We are beyond excited.
Throughout the Call of Duty World League season, the best teams in the world will compete to qualify for the Call of Duty Championships through either the Pro or Challenge divisions. Activision and Sony PlayStation are co-funding the $3 million worldwide prize pool.
They have PC turn with the drone. He's going to use that over.
Pro Division qualifications are currently underway across the globe, so tune in now to experience all of the action.
So the season's underway, and we couldn't be prouder to be a part of it. Now, you guys, the incredible fans here at PSX, and the fans watching around the world, are the reasons publishers and developers are making games you want to play better on PlayStation, including one little game, I don't know, you guys may have heard about it, Star Wars. Woo! Yes. It has been an amazing year of Star Wars on PlayStation. With Star Wars Battlefront and Disney Infinity 3.0, both games allowing us to relive those incredible Star Wars moments. The Force is definitely strong with PlayStation this year. All right, guys, how many of you guys got your hands on one of those awesome limited edition PS4s? I knew you'd be here. Well, for those of you guys who haven't picked up your bundle yet, you'll be excited to know that at PSX this weekend, you'll be able to play the new Battle of Jakku DLC. Hold on, it's located on a planet from the film before it comes out on Tuesday. Now, if that doesn't get you hyped up for the movie that's coming on December 18th, I don't know what's going to. All I know is that December is going to be an amazing month for Star Wars. Now, our friends at EA have captured some epic in-game moments. from Battlefront fans all around the world. So let's take a look at some of the cool moments you guys have been doing in-game. Vader picked up his lightsaber and sliced that X-Wing. Unbelievable. So good. So good. All right. So another title filled with larger-than-life heroes is on its way to PlayStation early next year. Here to tell us more about Battleborn, please welcome the CEO of Gearbox Software, Randy Pitchford.
Hello, PlayStation Nation. Man, look at all. My name's Randy Pitchford from Gearbox Software. We brought you Borderlands. Any fans of Borderlands in the house? Awesome. Awesome. Man, I'm so thrilled to be here. Listen, I know we love our big franchises. We love our sequels, and you know, when we've got a franchise like Borderlands, we get excited about big franchises and big sequels. But I know that it's because of a commitment to original games, to things that are new and fresh, things you've never seen before. That's why Borderlands even exists, right? So I hope you get excited with me about Gearbox Software's new game, Battleborn. Now, Battleborn takes place at the end of time. After every star in the universe has gone cold and dark, there's just one star left. And it's a hero shooter. It's a game where champions do battle to fight for power and control over this last star. It's crazy and it's exciting, and it's a lot of fun. Now, in Battleborn, you're gonna have 25 playable heroes, and you can play the game with PvP competitive matches. You can play against one another. And we expect this in a game like Battleborn. But I'm also really excited to make sure that you all understand that Battleborn has a huge campaign game. It is also a solo and cooperative game. And I'm very excited about that. And it's created by the guys that made Battleborn. The team and I are back, or Borderlands, the team and I are back at home. The team and I are back making sure that all the Gearbox humor that you love and know is in this game, and we're going over the top, over the top. Now, I also want to make sure you understand that in the campaign game, in addition to being able to play solo and cooperatively, we are supporting couch co-op. Split screen play all the way. And it is awesome on PlayStation 4. I love the game on the PlayStation platform. Now, soon, we're gonna have an open beta. And every single PlayStation 4 player is invited to participate. And you guys are gonna get to play it first. Sony PlayStation 4 customers are gonna have the first access to the open beta. It's really exciting to be able to offer this to PlayStation Nation. And as a bonus, as a thank you for your participation, if you play our open beta on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 customers are going to get absolutely free an additional character that we create after the game launches. So we'll have a bonus character for you for free. So of the 25 Battleborn heroes that launch with the retail game, for playing our open beta, you'll get a 26th hero that we'll begin creating once we finish the main game. Now, so far, we've announced only 15 of the characters. I want to introduce you to the 16th Battleborn hero. I want today for you to meet Toby. Toby's a penguin. in a mech suit. Toby is badass, and he is a lot of fun. Now, most people won't get to play Toby until the game launches on May 3rd of 2016, but if you play the open beta on the PlayStation 4, we're going to let you have access. The PlayStation 4 players exclusively will get a chance to try out Toby during the open beta. So that's pretty awesome. So before I leave you guys, I want to remind you that Battleborn is here at the PlayStation Experience. You can come down to the show floor and you can meet me and play the game. We have a number of playable stations and it's a lot of fun and you can try out a lot of our Battleborn heroes. Also, before I go, I want you to see Toby in action. So we're going to show you some exclusive in-game gameplay footage of Toby and also some of the other Battleborn heroes. Thank you, PlayStation Nation.
Optimism, rivers of blood, teamwork! Arc mine out! Deploying force field! I have become death, destroyer of worlds! Gaze upon Toby in despair! Death machine!
Welcome to the end of the universe.
Are going to die. You can die alone. You can die clinging to your friends. Do you hear that sound? That is the sound of the end.
Oh my, my! It looks like you're already choking. 2 minutes. I'll finish you in 2 minutes.
Fun wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, all the way from Tokyo, Japan, Capcom's own KO Commander, the street fighting, all-nightin' undisputed cheese-free champ, the head honcho of Hadouken, Yoshinori Ono!
I can't hear myself. One more. Have a fun? Alright! はい、カプコンの小野です。皆さん今日はこれだけ多く集まっていただき本当にありがとうございます。
Hi everyone, my name is Yoshinori Ono, executive producer for Street Fighter series. Thank you all for coming today.
先ほど新しいキャラクターをファンを、皆さんに見てもらいましたけども、初めてビデオがリークせずにですね、今日を迎えることができたことをほっとしてます。
You just saw the final launch character of Street Fighter V named Fang. This is the first time we've been able to show a character without a leak, so I'm really happy about that.
今日このビデオをもう皆さんいろいろ撮ってると思うんですけど、今からはどんどんツイートを Facebook 上げていいですからね、皆さんどんどん上げてください。
So now the character is officially revealed. Be sure to put it on Facebook, put it on social media, go wild with it.
はい、この新しいファン、ちょっとシャドルーと関わってきます。皆さん古くからのファンの皆さん、シャドルーという言葉がこのストリートファイター5出てこないなと思ってる方いらっしゃると思うんですけど、このファンがですねちょっといろいろなトリッキーな動きをしながら、このシャドルーというものでどう関わっていくのかっていうのをぜひ楽しみにしておいてください。
As a member of the evil Shadowloo organization, Fang utilizes a tricky and deceptive fighting style to put an end to his opponents. So be sure to check him out as soon as you can.
ちょうどこの1年前にですね、このステージでストリートファイター5をアナウンスしました。で、今回はですね、2016年2月16日に発売するんですけども、皆さんにですね、もう一つ新しいニュースをお知らせしたいと思ってます。
We first announced Street Fighter V on this very stage here at PSX just 1 year ago. And tonight, I'm happy to bring you the latest news about the game, which goes on sale on February 16th, 2016.
まずローンチの後にですね、1年以内に皆さんのプレイステーション4に向けて6体のキャラクターを提供したいと思います。その6体のキャラクターを今日発表したいと思います。
Today, we are happy to confirm the identity of the 6 additional characters that will be released the first year post-launch. Without further ado, here they are.
このキャラクター、残念ながら、皆さんはもう知ってる人もいると思うんですけども、このキャラクターたちをですね、皆さんのプレイステーション4に1年発売のあと1年以内にですね、提供していきたいと思ってます。
So some of you might actually have already seen this information, but for those of you who haven't, these are the 6 additional characters that will be available the first year post-launch, as you can see on the screen right here.
ここからはまだリークされてないことを喋りますんで、皆さんよく聞いておいてください。
So the next information has not been leaked yet, so please open your ears and listen carefully.
我々今回のストリートファイター5何度も皆さんにお話ししてるんですけども、アップデート無料のところにですね、ゲーム内マネーを使っていただく形で無料でどんどんアップデートをしていくんですけども、皆さんがですねより早くより確実に手に入れたいためにですね、今日これからプレイステーションストアでですね1年のシーズンパスも発売していきたいと思ってます。ぜひ皆さんお家に帰ってからですね、ぜひそちらの方もチェックしてみて、どんな内容なのかなっていうのをチェックしてみていただければなと思ってます。
As a reminder, all of the characters that we'll be releasing post-launch are earnable for free via gameplay in Street Fighter V. But for those of you who want to get them right away as they release throughout the year, the 2016 Season Pass goes on sale today, so be sure to check it out right after the keynote on the PlayStation Store.
そろそろ僕も帰らないといけない時間なので、皆さんに最後のお話をもう一つだけさせてください。
All right, we're getting to the end of my section, so I just have one more thing to tell you all today.
明日ここでカプコンカップのファイナルが開かれます。ぜひともですね皆さん、こちらに集まっていただいて、この1年間カプコンプロツアーで戦ってきてトップ32人のですね戦いをぜひこちらで見ていただければなと思ってます。
Finally, the grand finale of the Capcom Pro Tour, the Capcom Cup, takes place tomorrow on this very stage from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. So please come back and enjoy the show tomorrow.
All right, all right.
この32人たちがですね、25万ドルをかけて戦いますので、ぜひ皆さん楽しみにしてください。
With 32 of the top Ultra Street Fighter 4 players here today this weekend. They're going to be fighting for over $250,000 worth of prize money. With that amount of money on the line, you won't want to miss the Epic's Climax.
Why coming to here?
Because you're done. You're done. It's enough. We got all the characters.
I have one more news to the audience.
All right. One more.
One more.
One more?
One more.
One more?
本当に去年ですね、皆さんにこうやって迎えていただいて、ストリートファイター5を発表させていただいて、非常に感謝しています。本当にこのプレイステーションのユーザーの皆さんの前で発表できたことはすごく嬉しく思ってます。
I'm really happy and thankful that I was able to announce Street Fighter V to PlayStation Nation 1 year ago, and I'm really happy to see you all again here today.
特にですね、グローバル CEO のアンドリュー・ハウスさん、そして SCA のショーン・レーンさん、そして SCI のブラッド・ダグラスさん、この3人の方々すごくよくしていただきました。この場を借りてですね、感謝を申し上げます。ありがとうございます。
And I'd like to extend my special gratitude to Andrew House, Sean Layton, and Brad Douglas, who've been very helpful and paramount to making this project a big success. I'd like to take this time to thank them all personally, one by one.
Okay, now.
One more, I said.
I thought that was your one more.
So thank you very much, everyone. Sorry.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. 100 palms, slap him right in the face. Something's missing. Something's missing. I got
Please
shiny
welcome
shoes.
from Sony Computer Entertainment, Gio Corsi.
PlayStation Experience, what's good? One of the things that sets PlayStation apart is the amazing variety of games, from established worlds like Star Wars to the unique universes of No Man's Sky. We're so fortunate to have so many games to choose from. But I'm not here to chat or look good. Let's talk about the games. Armature's Dead Star is a top-down, twin-stick, multiplayer space shooter, and it's exclusive to PlayStation 4 and PC. This is the first look at a brand new game mode, Escape Run. Looks killer. Our friends at Adult Swim have been busy building their games label. A company that's once known exclusively for its television programming has now morphed into a true home for leading independent game developers. They put together a great video to show off some of their amazing games, many coming first to PS4. Let's take a look.
So awesome. You guys are the best.
Belly!
Power. That's not the power. Well, we agreed on something much more tough looking, but okay. Well, that was one of Double Fine's most brand new things, but we also like to show you an old game that we are making new again. A game that we announced here a year ago. It's been completely remastered for 2016, and I'm really excited to show you this exclusive first look at a brand new trailer for Day of the Tentacle Remastered.
Have any people ever been hurt in this thing?
Of course not. This is the first time I've ever tried it on people. Well, I'll be.
This must be that Woodstock place Mom and Dad are always talking about.
Oh, great. I'm stuck in colonial times. Tentacles are taking over the world. Time for me to save the world, I guess.
I thought I was free of Dr. Fred and those crazy Edisons forever. But now, I know that I must go back to the mansion. Well, what possible harm could one insane mutant tentacle do?
I feel like I could take all the world.
We are really happy to have Day of the Tentacle playable on the show floor today and tomorrow, and announce that it will release on PS4 and Vita digitally on March 2016.
Thank you. Awesome. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite of all the old LucasArts classic adventure games in the 90s, but there is definitely one more that was for sure the loudest, and some would say the most badass, and I think about it every time I smell asphalt. Double Fine is happy to announce that we are remastering Full Throttle and bringing it to PlayStation 4 and Vita. Full Throttle Remastered will have updated graphics and sound and developer commentary and multiple control options. All the awesome remastered features you've come to expect, plus a complete unaltered original, and is in there too. It's one of our biggest announcements since earlier this week when we announced Psychonauts 2 on FIG. Thank you. Which is also coming to PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4. But if you can't wait for Psychonauts 2, we do have something special just for you guys. Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin is a completely unique, standalone Psychonauts adventure experienced in a revolutionary new way. VR is the perfect way to experience the surreal, psychedelic, mental worlds the Psychonauts like to explore. In Psychonauts, the Rhombus of Ruin, you'll be unleashing Rasputin's psychic powers, pyrokinesis, clairvoyance, telekinesis, all with just a glance and exclusively on PlayStation VR.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I can't wait. Now, Tim, thank you very much, but please get out of here so somebody else can come and talk.
Great, thanks everybody.
Tim Schafer, ladies and gentlemen. And now that we've gotten the Tim Schafer shit show over with, let's get back to the announcements. Our friends at Klei have made some of their favorite PS4 games, including the upcoming Invisible Ink.
Corporate firewall breached. Infiltration successful.
The next installment of Don't Starve takes all the magic of survival and beefaloes and introduces co-op to the mix. And it makes its console debut on PlayStation 4. This is Don't Starve Together. This next game is making its console debut on PS4 and Vita. It's a fantastic-looking multiplayer RPG from Kabojo, a European studio stacked with talent, including members of Final Fantasy VII and the Final Fantasy Tactics team. Please check out Zodiac or Canon Odyssey. Looks very, very cool. I'm also excited to announce that we're working with Square Enix Montreal and Frema Studios to bring the fan favorite title Hitman Go to both PS4 and Vita. Also, Blue Mammoth Games has made platform brawler heaven with their game Brawlhalla, and I'm happy to announce that it'll be making its console debut on PlayStation 4 with exclusive content for PlayStation fans. Oh, and it's playable on the show floor here at PSX. Now, we are very fortunate to work with developers from all over the world, and our goal is to bring the best games to PlayStation fans, and we continue to bring the best of Japan to the rest of the world. Back when I was a younger tyke with a fuller head of hair and I started at PlayStation, we asked you guys what games you wanted to see with #BuildingTheList. And we've landed some pretty big ones. And today, I'm excited to confirm we've got one more for you guys. But first off, I'm happy to announce that Yakuza 5 will be making its debut here in the West on PS3 this Tuesday, December 8th. Oh, I know it's not today. I'm going to get crucified on Twitter, but it's on Tuesday, so settle down. But if that wasn't enough for you, we are bringing Yakuza 0 to the West on PlayStation 4. Let's take a look. I've been to Japan 7 times. I've never seen it look like that. I think I got to go with Dave Lang more often. Our partnership with SNK Playmore brought Metal Slug 3 back to PlayStation earlier this year, and it was a huge success. And I'm glad to announce that we're working with SNK and Code Mystics again to bring Last Blade 2, the legendary Neo Geo fighting game, to both PS4 and the Vita. And in the world of SNK fighting games, I am extremely excited to present the next look at a PlayStation 4 console exclusive, The King of Fighters 14. Take a look.
八神、何度やっても同じだぜ。貴様のすべてを灰に変えてやる。
afoot.
How about that? I'm going to slow things down a little bit. And I want to bring a close to my section by unveiling a very special trailer from a developer that is bringing their first original IP to PlayStation 4, and it will be exclusive to our platform. Please enjoy Neo. Thank you.
Please welcome from Sony Computer Entertainment, Sid Schumann and Nick Sutner.
My goodness gracious. Woo. Well, they certainly are bringing the weirdos out on stage.
They are, and the weirdos get the best seats in the house.
They sure do. For all of you who may not know Mr. Nick Sutner here, he works at the PlayStation Developer Relations team, working with our PlayStation developers.
And I'm on our podcast with you every week, Sid.
You sure are, and I'm so happy to see so many people here. I was talking to a bunch of you online earlier. I know a ton of you folks came cross-country to be here. It's an honor, quite frankly. And I love this PlayStation experience. I love that we can do this kind of stuff. I love that we get to see all these games. I love that we get to talk to folks like you, folks I normally only deal with on Twitter.
Yeah, Sid and I love our developers. You know, they're a huge part of what's made PS4 success over the last few years. Actually, I'd like to give a round of applause to the developers that have worked so hard to make PS4 awesome. And, you know, they're also going to be here throughout the weekend. Go, please talk to the devs on the floor, play their games. There's a lot of awesome games here.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of awesome games, too, if you're watching from home. We have a giant live stream powered by Twitch, 30-plus demos, interviews, panels, the works. Check it out, live.playstation.com. A lot of good stuff coming up today, too. We've got new stuff with Hitman. We've got new stuff with Destiny. There's a lot of good content, so stay tuned. But first, I think Nick's got a little something to talk about.
We have some news. We have some announcements. One awesome announcement from a partner at Supergiant Games. We announced their game Bastion for Vita last year at PSX. Really just an awesome modern classic action RPG. I'm excited to say that it's out today.
All right.
It's launching at only $299. That's the cheapest it's ever been on a console. Full cross-buy with PS4 as well. And you never played it, Sid.
I never did play that one. I love transistors, so it looks like a good moment to jump in. Yeah.
And you should really hop in.
Right.
Another one, too, that's brand new to the platform is the Bit Trip from our friends at Choice Provisions. This is a collection of their original 6 Bit Trip games in HD for the first time on a console altogether. $9.99 cross-buy on PS4 and Vita.
I think only Choice Provisions could take 6 games and call it the Bit Trip.
Not any old Bit Trip, the Bit Trip. And another one that's been long awaited, Sid, I know you've been waiting, from our friends at Vlambeer and Rami. This is Nuclear Throne, an awesome roguelike shooter. Also launching today as well on PS4 and Vita. Totally worth the wait, really exciting.
Great news. I've been looking forward to that one. And I know a lot of folks have been waiting for that one. We also do have a special treat for those of you who are gracious enough to join us here in San Francisco at PlayStation Experience in the flesh. If you came here, you're going to get a copy of Nuclear Throne and The Bit Trip for free. You like that, huh?
I like that we get to give away the free stuff.
Yeah. Download the Experience PlayStation app, that's what it's called, on your smartphone and check the rewards section. That's got the full details on how you're going to get it, but enjoy. One other thing we did want to call out, this is something really cool that we're doing this year. We've got these official collector's cards. They're scattered all around this place. There's something like 35 plus of these things. They're all over the place. They're hiding in nooks and crannies, so really scour the show floor here over the next two days. Get all over all 3 layers of this Moscone West. It's a lot to see and do.
Yeah. So we all love free stuff. We love free cards, getting free games. But we wanted to leave you with something to look forward to next year as well when you're done playing all the free stuff. Something brand new no one's seen before. This is from Stormcloud Games. It's also going to be on the floor later, so go check it out. But first, let's see the trailer.
PlayStation.
Please welcome from Sony Computer Entertainment, Scott Rohde.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited about this year's version of the show. San Diego keeps cranking out a great one every single year. It's been the best baseball game to play on PlayStation for nearly a decade, and can't wait for everybody to check out this game this year. So now I want to talk a little bit about a great new game called Guns Up. Woo! It's a great new fast-paced strategy game that's very accessible, incredibly deep, and crazy addicting. I am totally addicted myself. So the core of the game has you building a custom base, recruiting and leveling up your troops, enhancing your battle plan with attack cards, and taking on other players' bases around the world, earning valuable resources along the way. You got to be quick and thoughtful with your decisions, or you'll be overwhelmed by the enemy. And best of all, Guns Up is free to play on PlayStation via PSN starting today. celebrate the launch, PS Plus members will get a free DLC bundle that will provide you with everything you need to get started. Next, I want to talk about a franchise that's been hungry. She's been hungry for a return to PlayStation for a long time. You kind of see what I did there? Fat Princess is making her triumphant return to PlayStation with a brand new 4-player online or local couch co-op loot dropping extravaganza. And great news, Fat Princess Adventures will also be available today, right after the show. Check it out.
Fun bitch.
The king, the princesses, they will all be mine. Death to sweetness and death to you!
And so it begins.
Look at all of these people. Let's hope we don't get into any fights.
Hug me.
Kinda like what she's done to the place.
Be mine.
Thank you, Giant Candy Heart.
PlayStation.
I can't wait to see all you guys online playing the game. It's turned out super fun. And for everybody who purchases before December 15th, you will get the Weapons of Might DLC gear pack for totally free. And Plus members are going to get a discount on the game as well. And now, I'm pleased to welcome my good friend, Ted Price, onto the stage to show you a new demo. Thank you.
Hey guys, it's awesome to be here. So, you guys know Ratchet. I'll give you a little history. Back in the fall of 2002, we were about to release the first Ratchet & Clank. Now at the time, Grand Theft Auto was selling millions with its gritty take on mob culture. Gran Turismo, you guys probably remember that, was dominating sales on the PlayStation 2 with its realistic depiction of racing. The whole market was moving towards games for an older audience. Now, by contrast, we just finished an old-school platformer about a friendship between a furry alien and his robot sidekick. And I remember thinking, we're going to get killed. Nobody wants family-friendly games anymore. Well, after 13 years and many Ratchet & Clanks, clearly I was wrong. Today, we are finishing up Ratchet & Clank for the PlayStation 4, and a Ratchet & Clank movie is being prepped for wide release. Now, while we originally envisioned this Ratchet & Clank as a reimagining of the original, it's a lot more. It features modern controls, new planets, new and improved gameplay, new boss fights, and an updated arsenal. This Ratchet & Clank will remind longtime fans why they first fell in love with the franchise, while inviting new players to experience one of PlayStation's all-time classics as it's never been seen before. So here's your exclusive look at the galaxy's greatest heroes meeting each other for the first time.
I'll never be a ranger. What? vector shell damage. Sister board appears to be intact.
I must get to Aliro City. They are in danger.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, who's in danger?
An army is coming. I must warn them.
Hang on, slow down. You've been in a crash. What do you say we get you back to my garage? I'll run a diagnostic and have you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I appreciate the assistance.
It's no problem. So, what do I call you?
I suppose my proper designation is Warbot Defect B54296.
Maybe I'll just call you Clank. My name's Ratchet. Up and down. Yeah, there you go. You're a natural.
A million thoughts raced through Ratchet's head. Could he repair this diminutive warbot? Would it be the key to the adventure he craved? Did he leave the proto-engine on in the garage? The answer to all these questions was yes.
All right, hang on. I'll get us back to the garage.
Large gap for child's play to Ratchet. All he would need to get across is a trusty swing shot and a little bravado.
Impressive shooting. Nice work.
Fan out and find it. Not far.
Ratchet.
Uh-oh, Blarg. What are they doing here?
I have information in my databanks that poses a threat to Chairman Drek. He must have tracked my position to your planet, so he could get it back.
An army of Blarg was now scouring the planet in search of Clank. The Blarg were a notoriously brutal race who just happened to have played a major role in the extinction of the Lombax breed.
Grim, listen to me. I want you to lock the garage doors and then head down into the shelter. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Copy that, Ratchet.
Whoa, is that a Blarg dropship?
Correct. Model X6Z to be exact. Also known as the Dropship of Death.
Great. He's down.
Well done, Ratchet.
Woo-hoo! All the jobs Drek could have given us. We gotta look for some defect.
Ah, it's not that. He's got a Truvatron!
Oh no, the Blarg are all over Grim's garage. Grim, are you okay?
I'm fine, kid, but I ain't opening up until the coast is clear.
Just hold tight, Grim. I got this.
There are more enemies moving in.
Incoming dropship detected.
More bots.
I'm down in the shelter. Ratchet, this place is a mess. Disassembled weapons and engine parts everywhere. Didn't you tell me you were going to clean it up last week?
Yeah, sorry about that. Got held up on a project. All right, Grim. Coast is clear. Can you open up?
Ratchet, why is Sony's name just exploded?
Sorry about that, Grim. Listen, get my tools ready. I just found something in the desert I need to look at.
Interesting. What kind of factory is this?
This? No, this is just a garage. Lived here since I was a kid. Come on, let's get you fixed up.
Once they were safe, Clank explained Drek's plan to attack the Hall of Heroes. With the Galactic Rangers out of the equation, Ratchet knew he had to help, even though neither he nor Clank had the upper body strength necessary for hero work.
I can totally help.
Oh, I could not ask a civilian to get involved in something so dangerous.
Well, no, I'm not just a civilian. The Rangers are actually my, friends. Why do you think I have so many pictures of them?
But why are you not in any of them?
Well, someone had to take the picture, right? I mean, come on. I even have a ship. It disassembles so it can infiltrate enemy strongholds. So what do you say?
Okay. Thank you, Greg. That's Greg Phillips, our super producer from Sony. He rocks. Way to go, Greg. You guys like the Groovaton, right? Pixelator? Pretty rad, huh? All right. Well, Ratchet & Clank are going to make their big screen debut in North American movie theaters on April 28, 2016. But if you have a PlayStation 4, your wait's going to be even shorter. The game, based on the movie, based on the game, will debut on the PlayStation 4 on April 12, 2016. Thank you guys very much.
Please welcome from Sony Computer Entertainment, Dr. Richard Marks.
I love Ratchet & Clank. I love Ratchet & Clank. So, you guys ready to get virtual? So, PlayStation VR comes out next year. It's going to be awesome. The thing about virtual reality is, to understand it, you really have to try it firsthand for yourself. It's a tricky thing to show it on stage or something. At Magic Lab, our job is to take new technology and create prototype experiences. So, 2 weeks ago, after we learned about this really cool stage layout they have here, we started making a new tech demo just for PlayStation Experience. Now, this is going to be a little crazy, but what we have here is 2 PlayStation VR systems, one on each stage here, networked together, and Steven Osman's going to help me show this. And in the middle, there's going to be a kind of a spectator view, and on each side screen will be what we're seeing in VR from the social screen. So, Sauce, can you take over here while I jump into VR?
All right, thanks, Rick. Hey, so here I am in virtual reality. Hope you guys can see what I'm seeing. I can see my hands here, and I definitely encourage you all to try it out for yourself. You'd be amazed how kind of lifelike and real size everything is. It really feels like my hand is actually over here kind of moving around. All right, and I could see Rick over there. You see he's kind of getting himself situated. Look, we're in this room over here. Are we playing Joust? No, we're not playing Joust. But that was a good guess. All right, so you can see, like, you actually kind of get this really good sensation of, like, being up high, and sometimes that's actually pretty scary if you're afraid of heights, but it's a really, really kind of cool feeling to be in there. And
so, Sauce, I'm here, but I've lost my hands.
Oh, no, he's lost his hands. Okay, well, that means
so I got no hands, so I'm going to be a little defenseless in this out here.
All right.
So
I won't take too much advantage of you, okay?
This is not fair, but... Oh, I can kind of throw stuff.
Oh, you've actually kind of got your... Ah, look at that. Ooh, what is that?
So, Sauce, maybe you can switch between first and third person view.
All right,
to give them an
here
idea.
I am in third person view now.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see my body.
So this is supposed to be kind of a battle situation, and what we really wanted to do is be able to show you different characters, like how you could control a character. So the hands that get tracked, and then the head tracks. And so you should be watching Sauce's screen maybe, but more than mine.
All right, well, I've got a disc in my hand over here. What am I going to do with that? Maybe I'll toss it over here.
So, yeah. So maybe you should try and hit my defenseless body here.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get it.
I can still duck.
Oh,
yes.
Man.
Try again.
Cool. Oh, there we go.
Okay, that's not fair.
All right. Oh, there we go. All right, how about I set one up right in front of me and just kind of whack it over there, too?
Yes. But I can.
Can I do a bank shot? That's actually kind of tricky. Let's see. And, so close. Okay.
You do get more shots if you use a bank shot, or more points if you get a bank shot.
Fine. Let's see, we'll just kind of do continuous bank shots over here until something hits. Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah, just spam me.
I'm going to blame it on Rick's hands. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's a shot, but that wasn't a trick shot.
I think you guys get the idea. So what I hope this tech demo did is just give you a little taste of what PlayStation VR is about. Okay, that's not right. Stop. Now, check out this legendary masterpiece of light and sound. Thanks, guys.
We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please welcome from Sony Computer Entertainment, Asad Kizilbash and Adam Boys.
Wow.
What?
Holy crap, what was that?
What was that?
I don't know what it looked like out front here, but from backstage, that was some crazy shit.
That was some super... That was actually Mizuguchi-san in the suit.
And just so you know, that was fully vibrating, fully laser light suit.
Vibrating for his and or her pleasure, depending on who's wearing it.
All right, how you doing, Adam?
I'm great. How are you, Assad?
Not too bad.
I got a question, though.
Sure.
Your last name is like a big mouthful.
Right.
So in like Scrabble, how many points is that?
Yeah. Actually,
Like
I do know this. If it's 2 triple-word scores, it's about 266.
Actually, I don't think that's true.
a fact. It also makes a great Harry Potter spell. Just so you know.
But no, seriously, that's not true because you can't do names, so it's 0. Prussian
All right.
creams. That's
Should we do
how
this?
I start my segment.
Should we get started?
Let's do it.
All right, okay, guys. Who is looking forward to PlayStation VR? All right, that's pretty good. That's right. So virtual reality has the capacity to transform entertainment in a fundamental way. But it's through the joy of play that's the best way to experience these amazing worlds.
And every single person in this room knows that VR is the easiest to communicate through our favorite medium, video games.
Yes.
7 people? Come on, video games!
Absolutely, come on. That's right. So the good news is PlayStation VR will be the home of the best experiences and games in VR when it launches. And Adam and I are excited to share just a few of those great experiences that are currently in the works.
Yeah, let's get to the games. There's a ton of great content coming to PSVR. Lots of playable here at the show. We've got Super Hypercube, we've got Wayward Sky, we've got Headmaster, we've got Harmonix Music VR, we've got Eve Valkyrie, Battlezone, and Worldwide Tunes. Yeah, and we're happy to announce that Ubisoft is bringing this next title to PlayStation VR. Let's take a look at the exclusive reveal of Eagle Flight.
Beautiful. Wow. I love that you have 2-player there as well.
Yeah.
So it's great to see all these great developers working on VR. Also happy to know that our Sony Worldwide Studios team are also cooking up some great VR experiences. This next one is from our very own Santa Monica Studios. Any fans of Santa Monica? Yeah. This one is called Modern Zombie. Let's take a look.
I'm off to the pub. Let's go. Am I?
Let's go and hit some people.
Why don't you smash into some stuff? Watch out!
Why don't you move over so I can drive instead?
That is pretty crazy stuff.
Horribly unsafe. Horribly unsafe.
Exactly. Modern zombie, or as I like to call...
Always use your seatbelt, even if you're a zombie.
That's like an LA cab ride for me. So it's something about being able to transport people to these virtual worlds. I think encourages developers to be a bit more crazy, wacky, and creative.
Super wacky. And if you like wackiness, our friends at Alchemy Labs are bringing Job Simulator to PlayStation VR. Job Simulator transports players in 2050, where robots have taken over jobs that you and I do. JobBot was created to teach humans of the future of what it meant to job, and his lessons up being bizarre and hilarious in VR. He's coming to PlayStation VR with an exclusive VR experience for our platform.
There it is.
Yeah. Now, Assad and I were actually able, outside of our regular jobs, during our job, we went and tried it out, and you can see some of the sweet moves that we made. Got super dumb, real quick, real dumb.
You know, so I'm clearly drinking a cup of coffee with a donut. I have no idea what Adam's doing.
Who can say?
You know what he's doing? He's casting the Assad Kizilbash Harry Potter spell.
That's what I'm doing.
I think that's what he's doing. Here's what we're going to post those online, and you guys, let's have a caption contest. I have no idea what you're doing there.
No, don't. Please don't.
Okay, so let's move on. So this next title comes from a brand new studio, and it's from a team of developers who've got an incredible amount of experience making great games to really show off new hardware. Awesome.
So Golem is an exciting new game made from the ground up for VR. And it's the first title from Highwire Games in Seattle. It's going to make its debut exclusively on PlayStation VR. Now, we've been absolutely blown away by the interest in PSVR from developers all around the world. In addition to experiences built right from the ground up, we've also seen games with VR modes that take on an already fun game, add VR into it, and transform it into a completely different experience. Yeah. Now, no Goblin caught our eye when they made the insane limo-driving FMV game Roundabout, where you just basically skid around like a mad person. So we were curious and very concerned about what they're up to next.
And what are they doing next?
I bet if you look at the title, you'd have no idea. But the logical choice was maybe to take like a robot sports simulation combat experience, debut it exclusively on PS4, and you guessed it, add in a little mode for PSVR. How does that sound? Why not?
Perfect. Should we take a look?
There we go. So I bet you guys won't be able to guess what kind of game it is by seeing the title. Let's check it out.
No Goblin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the start of 100-foot robot goal.
Activating Project C. I'm telling you, there's no way. Look at her.
We're out of time. Prepare the other pilot.
Whoa, that's awesome. How cool is that? You know, Again, what I love about it is the mysterious title where you have no idea what the game's about.
I think it's 12-foot werewolves who play foosball.
Okay, so before we leave VR, there's one other game that's coming to PlayStation 4 that's got a fantastic VR integration. It's a franchise I personally love. I remember staying up all night trying to unlock this Easter egg. It was a Falcon Fighter. Do you want to tell them what it is?
It's one of my favorite Bandai Namco franchises, and it's celebrating its 20th anniversary, making a triumphant PlayStation return with a great VR integration and exclusive to PSVR.
He likes it.
Lighthouse, straight ahead. Don't lose it. There's another bandit in the clouds. Which cloud? Lock on. Sector 6. Large enemy confirmed. Right on tab. UAVs have been launched. There's too many of them. You're surrounded. Head for the clouds. They're coming. You're mad.
PSX is really my most anticipated show of the year, and I want to take a minute, go a little bit off script, and just thank every single fan that's here in the audience for taking your big, long trips from across the country, from different countries, from different towns, and coming and joining us here today. Pretty amazing. I'd love to give yourself a round of applause, guys. Thank you for that. Thank you. And I want to take 1 second. There was this guy in Montreal, 18-year-old guy that saved up for a couple weeks to come to PSX, and he couldn't make it. His mom at the last minute, 18-year-old kid, said, you can't go. So to Brian Ferreira in Montreal, Quebec, this is for you, buddy. Let's talk about some more video games. So our partners at Activision and Bungie launched an amazing new title in a Destiny universe in September. I've had so much fun playing the Taken King with all my friends and the PlayStation Nation. I got a raid group last weekend on Twitter. I want to shout out to those guys for bringing me through. That was amazing. Tonight, I'm excited to announce a brand new event coming this month to Destiny the Taken King. Let's check it out.
Sparrow Racing League begins December 8th. Exclusively on Destiny the Taken King.
Pretty cool. Now, ever since the first time I got into Sparrow in Destiny, I just want to race that MFR all around the map. And I finally get to. The best part is Sparrow Racing is free for anyone that owns the Taken King. And I have some great news for everyone that's here at PSX. Sparrow Racing League is playable right here on the show floor today. Yeah. And as you guys saw, It debuts in-game on Tuesday, December 8th. And of course, there's always more Destiny on PlayStation now and throughout 2016. PlayStation gamers will have access to an exclusive Sparrow Racing League quest, which rewards an exclusive Sparrow. Not only that, but the next series of Iron Banner events will bring an all-new set of armor launching exclusively on PlayStation. Yes, it's my Warlock right up there. Where are my Warlock people? Yes, that's what's up. Don't nerf it, Luke Smith, or else for the love of God, I'm gonna hunt you down. Throughout 2016, PlayStation fans will continue to get exclusive quests and gear that you can't experience anywhere else. So earlier this year, I was up at PAX, and the moment that I saw this next game, I instantly fell in love. From the makers of Torchlight, this is Hob. And so that's just a quick snippet of what all the great stuff that Runic Games is working on. Hob will be making its console debut exclusively on PS4 and will be playable right here at the PlayStation Experience. Now, Level 5 is known as one of the premier RPG developers in Japan, and we've had a long, great relationship with them. An original game in this next franchise quickly became a fan favorite for its unique characters, beautiful art style, and true legit JRPG status. Please enjoy the worldwide premiere of this exclusive PlayStation 4 title.
I am Evan Pettywhisker Children, King of Ding Dong Dell. Who are you?
Never mind who. The question is where. They're here for you. We need to leave.
For me?
Can't you see? It's a coup. It is the dawn of a new age. Hurrah, Nino Kuni!
You'll be a wonderful king. I know you will.
We serve you now, Your Majesty. This is where it all begins, King Evan. Something tells me it's not doing this by choice.
I won't give up. I'll never give up. I promised her. I'll build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after.
How amazing does that look? Pretty awesome. So this last game is one that I haven't been able to get out of my mind since I first saw it a few months ago in North Carolina. Please join me in welcoming Steve Superville and John Wazelchuk from Epic Games.
So before I get started, I want to say that Epic Games is thrilled to be here today on the PlayStation stage. We're here today to announce that Epic is making a MOBA, and it's called Paragon. Like all of you, I've played a ton of games over the years, and some of my most vivid memories come from MOBAs. Thrilling escapes, clutch saves, spectacular team fights. At the same time, Epic is known for intense, iconic experiences like Gears of War and Unreal Tournament. So with Paragon, we put you in the fight.
We're making a MOBA that honors the genre, but also fits who we are, with explosive action, direct third-person control, and deep strategic choice. The best competitive games are built together by players and developers. We can't wait to play this game with you when it comes to PlayStation 4 and PC in 2016. Introducing Paragon.
What? One more video? In my day, we were happy to watch shadow puppets, and sometimes we...
I'm one of them.
Are you ready? I played VII. All right, you hooligans, go downstairs and play some games.
Jim.
Wow, that was a crazy show here. The keynote was super impressive keynote. It's amazing. The crowd is filing out now, and there was so much to see. We had incredible announcements from Black Ops. We had announcements of a brand new Street Fighter V character that we didn't even know existed. They just kept coming with one hit after another of incredible content that is all coming here to PlayStation, a lot of which you're going to be able to experience right here at the PlayStation Experience all weekend long. We got a great look at some new VR stuff. Fans are really excited. I know I want to be Modern Zombie Taxi Company. I cannot wait to play that game. Sid was up here with Nick, giving away some free cool stuff. A lot of things are releasing today, some free to play, some that are, discounted for PlayStation Plus members. It's incredible. I could go on for hours about all the amazing things we saw here, but thankfully, we've got all weekend long. So we're gonna head downstairs to the live stream and check in with Sid and Anthony and get their thoughts on this incredible keynote.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the PlayStation Experience 2015 livecast day 1. What an amazing, amazing keynote. I'm Anthony Carboni, here alone for right now because everybody was in at the keynote. Sid is going to be joining me in just a moment. I believe Sean Layden's going to be heading down to talk to us about all of the amazing stuff that we just saw up there. It was like hit after hit after hit just from go. Let's kind of go back over some of the amazing highlights of this thing. First of all, like Meredith was saying, Fang, PlayStation exclusive character to Street Fighter V. We got Battleborn with an exclusive beta character for PlayStation players. We got Toby, who is a penguin in a mech suit because Gearbox. There was an amazing announcement, 2 amazing announcements that really changed my life. And Sid is just running up now, so I can break down over these announcements, and Sid can just keep the thing going. Because Sid, I had a dream, Sid.
You had a dream?
I had a dream that I saw Mizuguchi in a silver suit.
I'm going to join you over here, actually. It's a little more cozy.
I had a dream that Mizuguchi was in a silver jumpsuit playing Rez in VR.
You didn't have a dream. That was reality.
With a brand new area. Area X. It's not just Rez, which, number one, Rez is one of the most amazing games of all time.
I know you're a huge fan.
Huge fan. Rez kicked off anything that you play now that is basically a mix of rhythm and anything else, rhythm and shooting, rhythm and action, rhythm and puzzle, any of that stuff came from basically Mizuguchi and Rez.
It sure did.
That is where it all came from. And to see that it's happening not just in VR, but happening in VR with a brand new area that we have never seen before.
Now, you were telling me last night that you've picked up Rez on like every console that's ever been available.
I've had Rez on the Dreamcast, I've had it on the PS2, and I had Rez HD.
All right, very good.
All of them. I'm going to get this one as well.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, strong show, I think, overall for PlayStation VR as well. A lot of PlayStation VR games. We saw kind of this crazy vision of what might be possible with VR. Dr. Rick Marks was up on stage there.
100-foot robot golf.
That's a big one.
100-foot robot golf. The title is also the game. It's a promise, Sid.
They had me at robot golf. They had me at 100-foot.
Yes.
And everything, you add it all up, it's a must-buy, I think.
Amazing. Yeah, tons of amazing showings at VR. I mean, amazing showings for everything.
Everything. There was
amazing showings for the PS4. Amazing showings for the Vita as
Indeed,
well.
yes.
Nuclear Throne.
Yeah, that's out today. That's out today on PS4 and Vita. What's cool too is it was a lot of fun for me to get up on stage there with our favorite Nick Sutner, our favorite bearded gentleman. And actually, for everyone who's here at the show in San Francisco at PlayStation Experience, they're all going to be getting Nuclear Throne and the Bit Trip, which is 6 of these classic games all combined into one. But they'll get both of those games for free.
So awesome.
So cool. And if you are at the show and you're catching this, you can download the Experience PlayStation app. It's on PlayStation Blog, very easy to find. And that'll have full details if you look under the rewards section. So.
But also, like, just giant announcements from giant games and giant franchises as well. Started off the whole thing with Call of Duty 3.
Yeah, actually, even before that. Final Fantasy VII Remake. How could you forget that one?
What?
That was out of nowhere. That was out of left field. I mean, I think this E3 2015, we got Final Fantasy VII Remake confirmed. The fans, this is like a fan dream come true, and we saw this sort of initial teaser cinematic, but we saw gameplay today is what it looked like.
Yeah, E3 was basically just sort of like this Ken Burnsy slideshow of Midgar, right? And like that's what we saw, and we were like, okay, they've started it. It started.
Yes.
But this, just months later, we're seeing gameplay. We're seeing the fighting system, which looks to be more along the lines of a modified Kingdom Hearts or the new Final Fantasy fighting system. So we're seeing like a lot of changes. We're seeing the progression of this game very quickly, much more quickly than I would have thought.
Definitely, and it looked great. I know it's early. We don't know when it's coming yet, but looked really good, and the crowd went bananas for that one, as you might expect. There's a lot of other great stuff too. I mean, it's on and on. I mean, of course, we got to talk a little bit about Paragon. Now, I was ducking out. I was in the hallway, so I only caught a glimpse of it. What did you catch there? I know this one has a strong MOBA influence.
Yeah, it kind of came out of left field for me to see Epic making this MOBA, but it looks really amazing. I mean, it's got this gorgeous look to it that I absolutely enjoyed right off the bat.
Yep.
And then as it kind of faded up, and I'm just looking, and I'm like, I'm seeing lanes, and I did not expect to see lanes. This came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah, it's a real MOBA, but I mean, I think what Epic is going for is this is sort of the MOBA that anybody can play, that anybody can appreciate. And we saw a few other games that have MOBA influences too. Of course, we got a big update on Battleborn. Randy Pitchford from Gearbox up on stage, walking us through that one.
Toby.
That's right. The beta's coming first on PS4. I know that was one big piece of news that came out of that. Yeah, I mean, just a lot to take in. I mean, I'm still processing.
Sparrow Racing League.
That's huge. That's huge. Whoosh. Indeed. Now, this is another one.
Sparrow Racing League. Since the game launched, I was like, look at these gigantic, long pathways, you know, and you bring out your Sparrow. Your Sparrows are not really used heavily in combat areas. They're not used. I'm like, what is going on with this? And I was like, I'm going to be able to race these. When am I going to be able to race these? The answer is in a few days.
Very shortly now.
Which is awesome.
And we are actually going to have a new look at that as well right here on PlayStation Livecast. A lot of good stuff coming up here today. Very shortly, we're going to have Hitman. They're going to come up. They're going to show us some new stuff from Hitman that's coming to PS4 soon. We have Paragon stopping by. They're going to have never-before-seen gameplay. That's going to be brand new. We're going to see it here first in just a few minutes. So, folks, if you're watching, you should stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Boy, lots to digest.
There's so many good things.
Yeah, I mean,
Psychonauts is in VR too, you guys.
Psychonauts coming to VR. That's huge. Big, you know, honestly, big show for Double Fine.
Yes.
Big show. Day of the Tentacle.
Full Throttle.
Yes.
Which came out of left field.
The cult classic.
He has hinted before. He was like, oh, there's like one more game that I would remake if I could.
Yeah.
He was hinting that to me just like a couple months ago at IndieCade. He's like, I think there's one that I'd like to do. I was like, I know what you want to do. I know what you want. I want you to do it.
Yeah,
I want you to do it. And he is.
That's right.
Amazing.
So Day of the Tentacle remastered, Full Throttle. Obviously, the other night at the Game Awards, he announced there's a Kickstarter for Psychonauts 2. Sorry, Fig. Yes, indeed. There's a crowdfunding campaign for Psychonauts 2. So we'll see how, and that's performing very well.
I am having a surprisingly hard time convincing my wife to cash in our savings and sell everything we own to just invest in Psychonauts 2. I'm trying to explain to her that this is our future, and we need to take it seriously. And we need to take all the money we've invested in everything else, all $57 that we put together over our working lives, and put it into Psychonauts 2.
It's a good investment.
She doesn't seem to think so. I can't figure it out.
It's a great ROI on that.
I think so.
Oh, yeah. So, boy, what else did we miss? I mean, I know there's a lot of games launching today. Guns Up is out today.
Guns Up is out today. We saw Ni no Kuni 2.
Yes.
Which is huge. That's a beautiful-looking game.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I mean, the first game on the PS3 was obviously incredibly gorgeous. One of the best-looking games on the PS3.
It was.
This looks even better. Even better. I mean, we're getting to the point now where I genuinely feel like I'm watching a Ghibli film when I'm looking at it. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm like this looks like a Ghibli. No, this is
yes.
a Ghibli film.
Yes,
what is going on?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I love that one came out.
Oh, hey, Mer.
Hey, Meredith.
Oh, hey, Meredith Molinari.
I literally just
like, oh, God, come down here. This place is so packed.
It is jam-packed. There are thousands of people here.
What is the bit that made you squee? Because you know it was Rez for me, but what was it for you?
For me, honestly, surprisingly enough, Modern Zombie Taxi Company. That freaking game looks
Meredith, are you wearing a microphone while you're talking to us?
Mic'd here.
I ran all the way down here, so excited.
Go get a microphone.
Go get a mic.
I'll just lean in.
Go get a mic.
We'll see in a minute, yeah. So lots more to...
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
So say again what you love.
What made me squeak was, surprisingly enough, I had no idea, I had never heard of this game before. Modern Zombie Taxi Company.
Yes.
It's so adorable and stupid and funny. And I was sitting backstage with Scott Rohde, just gonna drop that right there, and we were laughing our butts off about that game. It's
the
hysterical.
moment where he looks over, where the zombie driver looks over, and his zombie kid is just sitting there with his head flopping, was so hilarious.
Or
So
the zombie baby coming at you at the very, very end.
So much good VR stuff.
Yeah.
So much good VR stuff. And you know, like they said when they came out and they were doing the initial demo, it's so hard to show off VR
It's
without
truly difficult.
actually getting people into it. But I felt like even if you have not gotten into a VR helmet, it would have been very hard to watch that roll of clips and not get excited about those games just on their own.
Right.
I don't know if you guys mentioned this already, but I was totally blown away by Psychonauts Rhombus and the Ruin. I mean, that going to be VR?
Yes. Did you notice
Was that what made you squeak? Come on.
Did you notice the telltale pose that the lead character struck there?
Yeah, the Palmer Lucky cover. Raz was doing his Palmer Lucky impression. I love that.
That was funny. Great sense of humor there.
What was your favorite VR moment, Sid?
Oh boy, my favorite VR moment. I mean, Rez Infinite. Rez Infinite.
Rez Infinite.
Infinite.
Infinite. Which is not some people have been asking me on Twitter already if it's VR only. It's not VR only.
Right.
But there is. You can play it in VR.
And I think it's like a match made in heaven for VR, quite
Absolutely.
frankly. And that crazy suit, that was something else.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
He loves, dude. Mizuguchi has always done that though. He's so. You remember when he was showing off the first Red, he dyed his hair like silver, like bright, glowing, shiny silver to show off Rez the first time. He loves that stuff. He's a showman, that guy.
He is quite the showman. He's a very nice guy though, very soft-spoken, modest, you know. But he's got a flair for the dramatic. Let's
Definitely.
say.
Definitely.
Yeah. A lot of great stuff though.
You guys gave away some cool stuff on stage. It was nice seeing you and Nick up there.
Yes.
Nuclear Throne today.
Nuclear Throne today is great. Knowing that Bastion is, coming to the Vita is great.
That was cool to see Gio up there. I love the Vita so much, and it was cool to see him announce a bunch of titles.
Hey!
Oh!
Whoa.
I took the man's seat.
I'll take the hit here.
I apologize. Please.
Squish down, squish down.
Please, sir.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it
We were
going?
just raving about everything that was going on up there today.
It was amazing.
It was so good.
And who doesn't want to be a 100-foot robot?
100-foot robot!
You know, I have such a Napoleonic complex. Being a short girl, I am totally going to be a 100-foot robot. I'm going to play some golf and try not to break everything in my living room.
Why that game has never been made before is beyond me. But now it's there. It's in PlayStation VR. It's going to be just mind-bending.
It's the title itself is the elevator pitch.
Yeah.
You don't need to hear anything else.
Well, those guys, Roundabout was this kind of sleeper. It had definitely like a cult following. It did very well. Streamers loved playing Roundabout. It was so much fun. These guys have such a great flair. Like, you're looking at it at home and you go, okay, it's funny, it's cute. But when you play Roundabout, it was very, very solid mechanically, too. They make these games that are hilarious, but also just so much fun to play. The gameplay hooks are amazing. And so I know we're seeing this bombastic, like crazy robots and corgis and whatever, but I also know because it's them, it's going to be an amazing game to play.
The gameplay's tight, the physics are tight. It's going to be fantastic.
I can't wait. What else for you hit your personal button? I mean, I know you knew all this stuff was coming in advance, but what did it make you feel great to see up there?
Well, the thing that made me feel the greatest to see was getting on that stage and seeing over 5,000 fans who had come here together to be with us for PlayStation Experience. Last night, we were leaving the show. Everything was buttoned up. It was about 11:30 at night last night, and there were already like 10 or 12 people in line.
Yeah.
We got a chance to talk to them and make sure they had a blanket, that kind of thing. You have a jacket. But they were there, they were ready, they wanted to go. All through the night, people started clamoring together. We opened the doors early, we filled up the auditorium before the show began. It's just remarkable. We did it for the first time last year. We've done it now the second time. I think this has to be an annual event.
Oh, for sure.
You're here.
For sure.
You're on the record, Sean.
I'm on the record. Yeah. To all the guys on my teams, get ready. Your December is going to be like this.
Well, Sean brings up a great point, and I've been talking to some of these guys, and we have so many guys and gals that are coming from all over the country.
All over the world.
All over the world. I mean, I was talking to somebody who I know from Twitter. That's what's so fun for me is I know a lot of these guys from Twitter, and one of them came from Louisiana, one of them came from Missouri, one of them came from Washington. I mean, whole mobs of them are coming from the East Coast, from the Southeast, from the Southwest, all over the country, all over the world, and they're so happy to be here. I mean, this is so exciting for them, and that's what makes it so exciting for me.
Right, and video gaming brings them all together.
It does, it does.
It's going to be 2 days of just crazy madness, 2 floors filled with kiosks and playables. The new titles we saw today, I can't tell you. That ending, that closer from Epic for Paragon, we'd actually talked, a typical show, I do the opening, I do the closing. But that Paragon video is so powerful, I didn't want to go on after it.
Nice.
When that video ended, you didn't want me coming over going, well, thank you for coming. Please enjoy the games.
Yeah.
It's like, let that thing close it. That's a drop the mic moment. That was fabulous. I'm really happy the guys at Epic are going to bring that to PlayStation 4.
Sure, for sure. And Sid, you were saying they're coming by
They're
today,
coming
yes?
by soon, actually. They'll be here in a few minutes. They've got a lot of new stuff to show.
Great.
Hitman's going to be coming up first. They'll be here soon. They've got new trailer, new gameplay, a lot of new stuff going on there. So we have a lot of content over the next 2 days. So if you're not here for the show, don't worry about it. We got you covered. We got a lot of great content, developer interviews, behind the scenes that are exclusively debuting on here. Almost everything you're going to see on here is going to be brand new and separate from what you saw on that big 2-hour keynote. So lots to see and do.
Yeah, this is the kind of show that starts with a man in a silver jumpsuit in virtual reality. That's like how we warm up.
And Mizuguchi-san came from Japan to do that for
I
us.
love it. I love
too.
it. That
Yeah.
suit was amazing. So, I mean, there is a bundle that's going to come with the suit, right? Like you're working on that.
I think there is a connoisseur bundle that we have to put together. If we can get Daft Punk to sign off on the trademark.
Sure.
Laser beams as a downloadable content.
I'll do it. That's just think about maybe holiday bundle next year. That's all I'm saying.
I think it is a stocking stuffer.
Yeah, just tons of stuff. Great show for PlayStation VR, too. Really kind of came into its own, I think, here. A lot of content. We're starting to really get a good sense of what some of that content is. Not just 100-foot robot golf, but Res Infinite, and Eagle Fly.
Eagle Flight.
Eagle Flight looks
Gollum looks amazing.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
Gollum.
what I loved about this, about the VR segment that you guys put together, is that you're showing off the breadth of different experiences, because I think that's so important right now. The technology is so early. So many people, like we were just talking about, haven't had the chance to put one of these helmets on. So you really have to show that this is something that you can have all of the different kinds of gaming experiences that you're used to, plus a bunch of new stuff too.
Right.
And I think you guys did a wonderful job with that.
And we're only starting to paint from that palette. A year from now, 2 years from now, we're going to see things we didn't even imagine were possible. That's what VR is creating, an entirely new platform for the creative artists, and we're really excited about that.
I know what I'm really excited about is actually getting out on the floor and some of these people that have not been able to try it, because you don't know what it's like, and they said that at the very beginning. Until you actually do it, you have a really hard time understanding exactly what it is. And so I cannot wait to get in there and interview some of the fans here after they've had a chance to play a game like Rigs. And we have a huge setup for Rigs out there on the floor, and like to get their reaction after they come off, they're usually just kind of wide-eyed and a little stumbly, and like, I don't know what just happened, but I love it and I want to do it again.
Yes,
So
and
I love seeing that excitement.
We are taking your picture.
Yeah.
We are watching you gesticulate in space like that.
But just gifs of everybody as they come off. You get handed a
Here's
link
your
to a
gift.
gif of yourself, just in a VR
It
helmet.
was so great seeing Adam Boyce doing the job simulator thing. I don't know what he was doing in there, but it was.
Well, you should have seen the gifts that were NSFW that we couldn't show up there, but
Oh, wow. I mean, he didn't have to play it naked. That's not important. Like, you don't have to play PlayStation VR naked. We just told boys that. And he bought it.
No one knows when you're naked in PlayStation VR.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
No, I really got to hand it to him too, because doing a live demo on stage of VR is so difficult, and it was really cool. I was watching on Twitter, a lot of people were giving them a lot of props for even attempting to do a live VR demo.
Yes.
And I thought it was great. I do want to get up there and throw frisbees at my friends.
And those guys just coded that together in the last 4 or 5
That's
weeks.
what they were saying. Yeah, they just
for
gone
the
over
show.
there.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's what they do in Magic Lab. They create all that happening. Before I go, just a couple of the shout-outs.
Yeah,
if I
please.
Could. For all the talk about where are the JRPGs, I think we started with a great remake reveal for some gameplay for FF7. Yep. That was fabulous.
Fabulous.
And Ni no Kuni, I was blown away.
Ni no Kuni too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievably
That
good.
is level 5.
Yes.
That's what you get, right?
100% beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. I thought it was a great show from beginning to end, man. I thought there was not a dull moment. There was a squeal moment every couple minutes. Every new video that started was
Something
just like,
for everybody.
ah! Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it was fabulous. And Gio was out there talking up Vita. We've got new Vita content coming out, which I think is important.
So exciting.
We've covered all those bases.
Yeah, I'm checking PlayStation blog right now just to get caught up because there was so much. I have to remind myself of everything that was
What just
discussed
happened
today.
there?
Yeah, so Guns Up out today. That's free to play. It's actually really addictive, really fun. One of Scott Rohde's favorites. He's been talking to me about it for months. And finally going to get a chance to get hands-on with that. Kind of like a tactical RTS, kind of quick pick-up-and-play type game. Really cool. Definitely going to be diving into that one.
Yeah, Dead Star is another one that looked great to me too. It's like another great multiplayer experience. And it pulls from that classic twin stick shooter shmup thing, but then it definitely has kind of like an FTL strategy vibe going on too that I really love. And I'm interested to see how that hybrid kind of fits together.
Yep. This is checking out some Guns Up right here, I think, and yeah, this is a really interesting one. One that's out now, one that's worth checking out. It's for if you're tactically minded, if you're strategically minded, a good one to pick up and play. Very simple interface. Again, Scott Rohde's pick of the week, I think here.
That is the Rohde pick, yeah.
Yeah, and I know we're going to have, this is from the San Diego team, San Diego studio. We're going to have some of those guys up here a little later in the weekend. We're going to be talking about Killstrain. It's a MOBA they're working on. It's got a couple interesting wrinkles and lots more. So it's going to be a big weekend. This is just getting started, quite frankly.
Just the beginning.
Yeah.
And who didn't love the Sparrow Racing League?
Oh boy, we were talking about that earlier.
That got a big hoop and holler.
That's one that I remember when Destiny first came out. People said, "Boy, they got to do like Sparrow Racing."
First time I got when they first gave me my Sparrow and I used it the first time.
I want to race
and you're
this thing.
going down like one of those long paths. I'm like, these paths are here for a reason. They're here for a reason. I cannot wait.
It's all in the grand design of Bungie.
Yes.
Yes. That massive Bungie brain. All these things are happening. Well, I'm going to hit the floor.
Very
do
good.
some games myself. Thank you for letting me cut in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for not making me eat hot chili pepper.
That's later. That's later in the week.
I'll look forward to it. All right, you guys. Thanks for that.
All right,
care.
John.
Take care.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, guys. Whoops.
You're good.
All right.
All right,
Cheers.
take care.
Come on back, Sid.
Yeah.
Come on back.
You know, I think I can move when the president and CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment drops by.
I actually think you're going to get a talking to for not giving him the chair.
Yeah.
It feels like the boss gets the chair, and I feel like you kind of mess that one up.
The man in my ear said it would make a better shot if I sat over there, so I said, you know,
the man in your ear doesn't have to go to the office on Monday.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So I think we have a lot of stuff coming up. We've got Hitman coming up really soon. We've got Paragon stopping by, new gameplay. It's going to be, nobody else has seen this before. You're going to be seeing that here. It's an exclusive.
That's awesome.
I think what we're going to be doing is checking out, getting a look at the show floor as people are starting to file in. There's a lot of people. There are north of 10,000 people here. I don't know what the final tally is. I think we're still getting that information, but this place is packed, and there are a lot of games, and there's a lot of square footage here for these guys to explore. And by the way, if you're here, you can poke around, scour the show, look for these exclusive PlayStation collectible cards that we've got. There's 35 plus in all. There's trophy cards for using the Experience PlayStation app. There's a lot to see and do.
Some of the cards are hidden in the plaster of the walls. You will need to take a sledgehammer to the walls.
He's lying.
Some of the thing, if it looks like it's flammable and it might have a card in it.
He's a lie.
Okay,
Don't listen
I'm
to
lying.
He's made out of lies.
I don't know where they
No, you'll earn these cards. You'll earn these cards by playing games.
Oh, okay.
Yes, by playing games. You'll
got it.
By seeing panels. We're gonna have our first panel coming up.
That makes a lot more sense.
Our first big panel that I'll be co-hosting with my brother in arms, Mr. Nick Sutner.
Oh, well. And what could that panel be, Sid?
It's about PlayStation VR.
Love it.
Love
Wonderful.
it. That'll be coming up here, 2 o'clock Pacific. We're going to run that live on this feed, so you will watch it. Stay tuned. We're going to have 6 panels today. I'll run through them if you'll indulge me.
I would love it.
PlayStation VR is going to be at 2 o'clock to about 2:45.
Okay.
Then we're going to do one that I know people are going to want to see, Uncharted 4.
Yes.
The cast is coming. Tales from behind the scenes of Uncharted 4. That's going to be one you will definitely not want to miss. Then we're going to shift over to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The Treyarch team, they're here. They're actually, this is an interesting one. It's kind of an intellectual one. They're talking about the nature of artificial intelligence and all the hard work that they had to do to get 4-player co-op working in the campaign mode in Black Ops 3, because actually not an easy feat.
Yeah,
So
no, that's awesome.
It's kind of an interesting one. Then after that, we're going to do, boy, oh boy, let's see here. Greg Miller, how could I forget? Greg Miller's gonna
Trending
be up
gamer
next.
Greg Miller.
That's right. Greg Miller and the Kind of Funny Games guys are coming. They've got PS I Love You, their famous podcast. They're doing it live here at PlayStation Experience. That'll be on the 3rd floor if you're here. If you're watching live, watch live. You can watch it live right here.
Yep.
And after that, we're going to have our own Ryan Clements, the powerhouse, is going to be doing a panel about the future of storytelling. And that's got a who's who of gaming storytellers on it. Corey Barlog, it's got Genova Chen,
Greg Kasavin,
and somebody from Media Molecule, I forget the name, but stay tuned for that. That's going to be good. And then finally, we'll close all of this out with a Fighting Games The Next Generation panel where Ono and Harada from Tekken, Ono from Street Fighter, Harada from Tekken, and Mr. Seth Killian.
Nice.
Remember
Wonderful,
Seth?
yes.
Seth has a new gig. He's working on a new game called Rising Thunder.
Looks amazing. I got to play a little bit of it.
Did you
Yeah.
really? It's a very unusual take. He's a friend of the family. We were talking about philosophically where fighting games are going to go. They're getting bigger. They're getting, more competitive than ever with Capcom Cup, which is going on here tomorrow at PlayStation Experience. So it just seemed like a great time to check in on kind of where things are headed for fighting games.
And everybody who comes to the panel gets one of those pairs of Ryu hands that Ono is wearing.
I really
wish.
want those.
I wish. Where did he get those?
I think he had them made
If
specifically
you're Ono,
for
you
him.
get those made for
Yeah.
you. And I think that announcer flies with him too.
Yeah, I think he
That
does.
fighting announcer that he had when he came out, that guy gets on the plane with him. That guy goes to restaurants with him. Just announces everything he does.
So I have a hard time choosing which Ono outfit because he's into shenanigans. He's always up to something when he's on stage somewhere. And I remember at the Paris Games Week keynote that happened maybe a month ago, he had a little birdies circling his head on little wires. It was hysterical. I thought that one was brilliant. But
he's so amazing.
I loved him and Gio's little fake fight that they did when they come out.
Yeah.
He's like, get out of here.
yeah.
Very cute.
And I mean,
Great
Gio had a
showmanship.
ton of stuff to talk about
Yeah.
tonight
Yeah.
too, just game after game after game.
And what's great is, in addition to broadcasting all of the panels, I mean, in between the panels, we have these developers coming by. We are showing off a lot of these games,
Yes.
a lot of games that we did not get a chance to show off in the keynote. A lot of new stuff that is going to be here this weekend at PlayStation Experience. So it's jam-packed. Saturday, Sunday, both days.
That's right.
You're here.
This live stream tonight is going to be going with exclusive live content until 9 o'clock Pacific. It's here all night. This isn't another couple hours. This is we're just getting started. We're clocking in, Anthony. I hope you.
I'm ready.
Hope you got your beauty sleep.
I can ride off the high of watching Mizuguchi in that silver jumpsuit for the
Let's
next
just
12
loop
hours.
that over and over and over.
You could.
That'd be great.
You could do it. I would watch.
Can we make that a game? How do we make that a game?
It is a game.
Just him, though.
Oh, just
playable as the game.
You put him in. That's what you unlock in Area X. You get to play as The Miz. It finally happens.
The Miz.
The Miz.
Outrageous. Well, great keynote, and we're just getting started. I mean, lots more to see and do. So without further ado, I would like us to take a look at that show floor. I know people are out there. They're getting in. They're starting to play those games. And, yeah, let's check back in a couple of minutes. Hitman is going to be up next. We're going to get a new look at that. Stay tuned. everything you're going to see is new. Okay. So that's always a good hook.
全てはここから始まった。奴はわしから全てを奪い去った。俺は手に入れた。圧倒的な力を。力こそ全てだ。わしが全てを語ろ
う。私は平八さんを愛しています。そして平八さんも私のことを。
PlayStation.
Welcome back to the PlayStation Experience 2015 live stream. I am Anthony Carboni. I am joined now by a member of the Hitman team. Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Hannes. I'm the studio head at IO Interactive.
And we are about to see some new footage, never before seen, of Hitman. Yeah. And I love this because it's just, we were just talking about this, just Hitman.
It's just Hitman because that's what we want to do with the game now. We have just celebrated 15 years of Hitman, and we shipped 5 games so far. And each game had, let's say, features that our fans really, really loved. And we set out to listen to that. And we wanted to take the best from each of them.
He still remembers nothing.
Are you running on it already?
I think so.
I think that's a bit early.
Okay.
Stats are off the charts. Such skills and reflexes. They can only be the result of previous training. Power like that, with no moral restraint. All agents have weak spots, Miss Burnwood. Pressure points to keep them in check. But this one... Are you sure about this?
My decision stands.
Very well. I'll be watching.
Well, that was a bit trigger happy, but it's good. So we have it out there now. So as we said, one of the things we wanted to do with the game is to take the best of what our fans liked about the previous games. And the beta that we just teased with this one here is something that we want to utilize for the first time ever in a Hitman game, to listen to our fans even more and to have them play and see what they do and see what we can improve with the game. And this is also what we're going to do. So we have the beta, world exclusive, on PlayStation 4, for the first time ever, coming out February the 12th.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so great. And it's funny, like talking about that, like using the beta, right before we went live, you and I were talking about contracts mode and how surprised you guys were
completely
by how people were playing contracts mode and how into it they got. So I love this idea of going into beta and sort of watching how people are playing, right? Now, when you go into beta with something like this, how much do you lock in? Like, how much do you know is going to be? Like, if I play the Hitman beta, how much is it going to feel like the final game?
Well, our ambition is everything we ship needs to feel final. Obviously, the point of a beta is to be ready to tweak and change and react, right? We do that with our previous games as well, because there are ways to update games nowadays. But one of the big inspirations, what we actually do with the new Hitman game, it's going to be digital first, and it's going to be a game that releases over the course of 2016, as you know. And we will just start on March the 11th with it.
Awesome.
Yes, and that is something that when we look at the contracts mode in Hitman Absolution, we were really surprised by how much people play that, because we expected, you have a single player game, people love that, and they tell you, don't do multiplayer, don't do multiplayer. And then you come up with a solution, I think, okay, look at what people do with blood money. They used YouTube to create multiplayer challenges. They killed the gardener with the share in the suit. And then they posted that on YouTube, and someone else beat that, doing it faster, better, smarter. And that was the inspiration for contracts. And we expected 5 to 10% of the players to play it, but we picked that 40% of all players of Absolution played it, and we had 30 million contracts so far out there. And I just looked at the stats, it's still 300,000 people playing that every single month. So it's really massive, and that inspired us. So what can we do to bring this game closer to the fans and do that stuff with them? And that's why we chose to go digital first. You can get it on PSN, you have the beta first on PlayStation 4, and we think that it's a big step for us, I know that. It's a big step for our fans as well, but it will bring us closer than ever before to the actual players. And this was one of the great experiences here. Actually, I watched your keynote at the sitting in the audience, and I was sitting next to this guy who was actually a doctor, and he turned out to be a huge Hitman fan.
Oh, that's
he saw
great.
the sweater and said, like, are you a developer? And then we were talking before the show a little bit, and he played the game, he loved the game, and this is what this is about, right? Meeting the fans, being with the fans, and listening to them. And PSN and digital allows us to do that, because we have a game that will be running for a long time and actually be able to listen and react and not take another 6 years. You know, we are not an annualized franchise. We want to do something new with each game, and now it will not take us 6 years to react to.
That's great. So, I mean, I know we have a couple months until beta right now. I mean, you said it's coming out mid-February.
Yes.
But is there anything you can tell us now? You're talking about taking 15 years of Hitman and all the things that are the best about the franchise and kind of putting it in. Can you tell us a little bit about gameplay, about modes that may be coming back, things that we're going to see?
Yeah, so obviously, when you look at all these games, each of them had their strengths and weaknesses. And one of the strengths, let's say, of Blood Money was the creative stealth action sandbox gameplay, so that you could actually play your way you want to. The game wasn't linear, you could choose and you could play. Traveling the world from Hitman Contracts, we clearly have back. We announced Paris, right? And funnily enough, in Paris, at Paris Games Week, we announced Sapienza, our other location.
Nice.
And today, what you saw here, actually, we've been talking about 6 locations so far in the game. And what you see in the trailer is the location where the beginning of the game takes place. It's 20 years before Paris. We haven't even talked about this location yet. And this is where 47 and Diana Burnwood meet for the very first time in the lore of Hitman. And we know that's something that's very important to our fans. So this is now the 7th location unveiled. It's going to be the beginning of the game. It will help you to understand the game if you're new to the game, but it will also give you the opportunity to replay. There will be 2 missions in that, and you can replay and learn how to replay and see what possibilities and creativity you can have in a Hitman game.
That's so awesome.
And that's what we want to do with the beta.
That's so great, because it really is, you really could play just about any way you wanted to, and it was always funny. Like, I am not very good. I will tell you that. I will come right out, especially compared to some of my friends that got very, very obsessed.
You don't have to be good at a Hitman game. The point is, you can find your style. People going guns blazing, and you could call it.
Well, that's me.
really tough, right? I mean, this is not a game that's friendly to people who shoot all the time, because you have hundreds of the simulated entities, and they all react in different ways, and they come to get you. And it's actually a pretty tough way to play it.
Yeah.
But obviously, I know that our dedicated fans like to be suit only, silent assassin, make it look like an accident. Nobody knows you were there, shadow in the corner.
Absolutely.
And that's another kind of challenge, but that's the beauty, and I think that's also where we are strongest. That's what Hitman is about, that you choose how you want to play it.
Well, and that's what I love, because my mind for stealth is not as strategic as I think some other people, as some other players.
Yeah.
And I definitely found that out when we were doing contracts. I definitely found that out.
Oh, yeah.
But it was great to know that, yeah, if I'm somebody that's a little more action-y, like, there are repercussions, for sure, like you were saying, but I could play it as well, and I was having just as much fun. And I could go through and kind of learn that strategy as I was going and become better at it, and then go back and play again and be like, oh, I'm definitely better at this now. I am definitely a better agent than I was when I started.
You do feel a learning curve, and that's the beauty of it. That's also where contract and some new contract feature that we'll announce in the future will come in to make it a bit more competitive. Competition is great. Players love it. Online offers that very much. But also the creativity, because of doing YouTube videos to prove what you've done, you just play it and share it and challenge your friend or challenge the community or challenge the leader in each country and these kinds of things. And that is going to be, I can't wait to see what happens, because I know our players will break the game in any possible way and make it look really funny. And the creativity our players put into that is just astonishing. It's actually awe-inspiring.
Well, that is awesome. Hannes, thank you so much for coming by. The beta for Hitman begins in mid-February on PlayStation 4. Coming up next, we've got Paragon. Epic Games is here in the house, and we're going to take a look at that world premiere Hitman trailer one more time. Thanks so much, man.
He still remembers nothing?
If he does, he's not sharing.
His stats are off the charts. Such skills and reflexes. They can only be the result of previous training. Power like that, with no moral restraint. All agents have weak spots, Miss Burnwood. Pressure points to keep them in check. But this one... Are you sure about this?
My decision stands.
Very well. I'll be watching.
PlayStation.
In the kingdom of Shambhala lies the most precious thing to be found in all the world.
What's your angle on all this misery? You gonna plunder a few temples, loot the museum?
It's nice to see you two.
So, this little man is Drake.
PlayStation.
Well, here we are. We're back on PlayStation Livecast. We are live from PlayStation Experience here in the heart of San Francisco. And I am joined by Steve here from Epic Games. He is going to be talking with us a little bit about a little something called Paragon.
Right.
You guys have been working on this for a while, I can tell.
Yep, we've been working on it for a while.
So give me the overview here. What's the elevator pitch on Paragon?
So quick elevator pitch. Paragon's a MOBA from Epic Games, and it takes what we love about MOBAs, 5v5 combat, the interplay between characters, and it pairs it with our love for action. I mean, we have some history doing some great action games.
Sure do.
And so one of the first things we wanted to do was to bring your camera down into the action and just sell that heroic fantasy of, when we were young, we would do things like strap a red blanket to our backs and climb to the back of a couch and then jump off. And games can give you that feeling, and MOBAs are essentially 5 superheroes against 5 superheroes doing that. And then what we want to do is get it out to the community early and give them all the tools they need to share their best moments, where it's magic when players get together and they start playing off each other. And we had the chance to have a test at Epic with people who've never played Paragon before, but they were MOBA familiar. And in 20 minutes, they were pulling off these fantastic combos where a guy would hit another guy with a rock and stun him, and somebody else would body slam in, and another guy would teleport in on top of that. And as a developer, it's great to see people just pick up the game and pull off some amazing moments.
I understand we have some gameplay footage too. I would like to check that out.
That's right. Yeah.
In the meantime, I've actually never played a true MOBA.
Okay.
And so for an amateur such as myself, how would you sort of articulate some of that? Oh, we're seeing some of this footage here.
Here it is.
Let's check this out. Let's let the images do the talking here. So this is exclusive first footage of Paragon. You're seeing it here at PlayStation Experience on PlayStation Livecast.
That's right.
Very nice. That's Paragon. We got some exclusive first footage there. Tell me a little bit about what we were seeing. Like, tell me about some of the characters that we were seeing and how they were interacting.
Okay, so you had asked just a moment ago about what MOBAs are. So essentially, MOBAs are 5v5 team combat where each player plays an individual hero that has special superpowers that are unique to them. And there is an in-game progression system. Kind of in the match, you start feeling good and you end feeling fantastic. So what you see in the gameplay trailer is there are little guys called minions, and as you kill them, your character gets stronger. And when you kill players, your character gets stronger. And there's a little gem that's there that's part of the tower system. And so when you blow that up, your characters get stronger, and you progress by blowing up turrets and back into their base, and you blow up their core, and you win the game. And so what you're seeing is the interplay of 2 characters, one which we've announced, Steel, who's the guy doing the big body slam at the end. And we have 3 characters we haven't announced yet, and so we're going to save some of our little secrets to talk about them more later. And you see a lot of 2v2 interplay where they're using their powers to push people away, to gain some ground, doing damage to the turret, and then eventually what they want to do is blow up that turret and progress into the enemy base.
So in a MOBA, MOBAs are very sort of not only tactical, but there's a deeper strategy layer to them.
That's right, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how these characters, different abilities and things can kind of work together.
Well, one of the things we wanted to do with Paragon was give players who have different motivations an opportunity to fulfill their needs in the game. So we have the kind of classic players. They want to go out, they want to be aggressive, they want to get kills. We have plenty of characters for those guys. For people who want to be more strategic, there's a lot of strategy in MOBA games and MOBA maps because there's only one end goal, but there are a lot of ways to get to that end goal, and there are a lot of ways to get power and make yourself stronger. And then the best part for me is the teamwork. And there are a lot of characters in our game that will allow a lot of interplay between teammates, and their job is, they're not necessarily the aggressive killer types, but their job is to set up kills for other players and make everybody else better at what they do. And so the strategy comes out of the interplay between the characters that you choose to make up your team composition.
Now, what is it about MOBAs? I know you're a huge MOBA fan. We were talking backstage at the press conference. What is it about MOBAs, I think, that you think appeals to people?
The biggest thing is if you are a competitive player, there's always something to learn. It's always a challenge. The games are always fresh. I've actually been saying for a while with the team, it's the football of the gaming world.
Yeah.
Because you can succeed by growing in a number of different ways. You can get better at your mechanics, you can get better at your strategy and knowledge, you can get better at your teamwork and your coordination and communication. And if they're the best player, you're the well-rounded individual that our moms always wanted us to be, and you excel at all three of those.
That's great, and MOBAs, I've never seen a MOBA look like this, and that's got to be a huge part of your strategy here with Paragon. So tell me, just sort of your mission with Paragon. It looks just much more accessible to my eyes than some of these other games.
It is. So it is designed from the ground up for both console and PC, so you get a lot of accessibility there. Really, the overall mission was MOBAs present a promise. They present a promise of being heroic and being clever and being aggressive and being cooperative, and we wanted to take that promise and fulfill it in a way that people haven't seen before.
That's great. And it looks like you're well on your way. I mean, the graphics are great. You're obviously using Epic's famous Unreal tech.
That's right.
All possible with the power of PS4. Really good looking game, looks really next gen. And this is obviously a very early look at the game. Are you guys looking at kind of a release time frame, or have you thought about that?
Yeah, so we've been saying we're going to paid early access in spring of 2016, and then we'll be going to open beta in summer of 2016.
All right, so there's lots more to come on Paragon. Steve, thanks so much for stopping by. It's great to get kind of a look at first look at the game. This has been exclusive footage from Paragon. Next up, we're going to be hearing from Deej at Bungie on Destiny, The Taken King. I think he's going to be showing off some of that new Sparrow racing with some new footage as well. So stay tuned here to PlayStation Livecast. We're broadcasting live from PlayStation Experience in San Francisco.
I can drive instead.
PlayStation. Whisker children, king of Ding Dong Dell. Who are you?
Never mind who. The question is where. They're here for you. We need to leave.
It's me.
Can't you see? It's a coup. It is the dawn of a new age. Hurrah, NukemDukem!
You'll be a wonderful king. I know you will.
We serve you now, Your Majesty. This is where it all begins, King Evan.
Guardians are meant to protect things, not destroy them.
Something tells me he's not doing this by choice.
I won't give up. promised her. I'll build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after.
Mas brashtar, winja.
Sushash, Karticha.
Tushena gwash, Saiwakant.
Sanduayas, Winchapal.
Suwan brashtar.
Snowing. Ninja instead.
PlayStation.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the PlayStation Livecast. Thank you so much for joining us. We just got out of this amazing keynote where we announced a ton of new stuff. We saw some great new games, and we saw an announcement for a game I'm personally very interested in. It's called Destiny: The Taken King. We're here with Deej from Bungie. Thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for putting on a great show where we can interact with so many great people that love playing games. It's always great to get out there and do that.
You guys are great at interacting with people who play games. You're really good at that.
Yeah, well, these are people from our community right here in our front row in the beanbags. What's going on?
Yeah, so you just announced the Sparrow Racing League.
Yes.
Which sounds incredible. This is something that I remember when Destiny first came out and we were riding Sparrows around. The community said, man, what if we could race these things around? How cool would that be? Well, here we are.
We are.
Please tell me, what is the Sparrow Racing League?
Sparrow Racing League, I'm going to quote Crucible designer Derek Carroll, who said it best when he described Sparrow Racing League as a competitive, 6-player, free-for-all death race through enemy territory. So we have created a brand new playable activity in Destiny: The Taken King, and this is something that has been in no small part inspired by the community. I think the first time that somebody spawned a sparrow and rocketed across the wasteland, there was that curiosity, you know, like who's the fastest? You know, who could win a race on one of these things? You know, it's just one of those basic human needs to compete and to, you know, like get that need for speed. And what we've done here is instead of just plotting some waypoints across the destinations that you know, we have created brand new racetracks, one on Mars, one on Venus, and we have created a competitive event. So there are gates that you can cross to get an instant boost. We've created all new sparrows for you to collect. We've created race suits that you can acquire. I mean, it wouldn't be Destiny if you weren't getting loot drops at the end of a game.
Of course.
And we have created an event that you can share with your friends. You and 5 friends can race against each other, or if you don't have people to play with, you can invite other people to race you at will through matchmaking.
Matchmaking confirmed for the Sparrow Racing.
Matchmaking confirmed for the Sparrow Racing League.
Excellent. So yeah, we're looking at some footage of the Sparrow Racing League right here. Looks like a race on Mars right now. And yeah, it is clear that you guys did not just, you know, open up a patrol map and put a few waypoints down.
Yep.
This is a fully realized, like, actual racetrack situation.
Yep, there's hazards. Don't get chopped by those fan blades. You know, there's aliens on the landscape. There's bounties for killing aliens on the racetrack. The aliens are going to try to kill you. This isn't just a race, it's destiny. There's danger, there's intrigue, there's baddies out there who want to blow you to bits. They're not just going to stand aside and allow you to have your fun. The Vex, the Cabal, the Taken, they're all there, and they all want to get in on the action.
So first-person shooters, racing games, two very different genres normally.
Yeah.
How did the team at Bungie find making a racing game when they have all this experience working on a first-person shooter? Was it a challenge?
You know, as a longtime player of Bungie games, I have always loved the vehicular flair that a Bungie game brings to the shooter. That has actually been my specialty in Bungie games for a long time. So I am personally thrilled that there is a reason to get on a Sparrow and establish some prowess, and you can actually use it to win a game now. We have had racing variants in shooters for a long time. In terms of how that came to be in Destiny, like I said, we drew a lot of inspiration from the way players behave out in the world of the game. We've seen players improvise Sparrow races on patrols. We've seen players cross those invisible borders in playable spaces to game keys and sorts of things like that. You know what I'm talking about? So to see people traversing the landscape and to see who among them is the fastest, who's the quickest, and then to take that and add elements of danger, to give them an opportunity to knock each other out of gates, or strike a pose as they fly through the air. We just took it and made it a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more interesting, and then we've given them quests and bounties and challenges they can complete, things that they can do to rank up. When you first play Sparrow Racing, you're going to go get yourself a license and some quests and some bounties. Now, as always, Amanda Holliday in the tower is your vehicle quartermaster. So she is presiding over this event. So you go see Amanda, you check yourself in. That license that she gives you will upgrade over time. The more you complete her quests and bounties, the more you start acquiring new items in the post-game Carnage report, you're going to get better gear. You can equip that gear, you can infuse that gear, you can use that same gear to infuse other gear that you like.
Great.
As you rank up, as you do better in these races, it's going to drop at levels that are up to 320 light.
Wow.
So a well-educated Destiny player knows that that is like raid endgame comparable.
Okay.
And if you're new to Destiny, this is a fun way to jump in and have some fun, but you're going to get good stuff that's going to make you as powerful as any other Guardian.
And then you can go do other activities dressed like a Sparrow racer, which sounds awesome to me.
People are going to strut their stuff in the tower. A lot of the Sparrow gear is vanity. It's a racing suit, so you're probably not going to want to take it on a raid.
Okay.
But it's an opportunity for you to suggest to people that I'm the fastest.
I don't know, man. I've seen some crazy stuff.
Of course you have. Of course you have. There are people out there. I mean, we had somebody solo Oryx
the other day. I saw that.
We have people that put on blindfolds and finish raids by themselves. But for the common player, for the player like myself, and you're used to putting on your very best stuff and using your very best weapons, there is a reason to get into the Sparrow Racing League and acquire some gear that you can use to level yourself up.
Great. And there is a Sparrow that is exclusive to PlayStation players.
Yeah. So there's an exclusive quest in Sparrow Racing League to PlayStation players. That quest will get you an exclusive Sparrow. And there are a lot of different ways to get Sparrows in the game. People are going to come into Sparrow Racing League with Sparrows that are competitive, that are fast enough to hang. And then through these quests that we provide to players, you're going to get new Sparrows. Check them out. There's your exclusive right there, the black and blue one. Looks just like a PlayStation.
There you go.
Assuming you get the black one.
Time to upgrade my Time Breaker.
Yes, Time Breaker is going to be a pretty sweet thing to have if you've completed the Vault of Glass raid enough times to get a Time Breaker. But you can also check in with Eververse Trading because Tess is going to have some Sparrows that will also keep you on the competitive leading edge.
Nice. And on the note of PlayStation exclusives, since we were mentioning that, the next Iron Banner event, I understand, is going to have some goodies for us as well.
Indeed, yeah. Iron Banner is, in my opinion, one of the Crucible activities that gives you the sweetest looking gear in the game. Very regal, very badass. So Iron Banner will return in December. Cannot say yet which game variant that you're going to be using to compete with each other. But when Iron Banner returns, there will be a new and additional gear set made to you available by the Honorable Lord Saladin and dropping in the match in the post-game Carnage report after a game. So there will be the Iron Banner gear that you know and love, perhaps already own and have equipped, but then the players on the PlayStation will have an additional set of Iron Banner gear so they can mix and match and become legend, as we say.
Great. I love the focus on the kind of limited time events. It is really a cool thing to hop in and see something new happening in Destiny just out of nowhere, like the Festival of the Lost, which was recent, the Halloween event. That was a lot of fun. I actually picked up quite a few masks myself. I did end up getting that skull mask, thank goodness. That thing is really cool looking. What lessons is the team learning from these types of events? I know it's kind of a new thing for you guys.
It is. It is. Our goal is to make sure that the world of Destiny feels alive, that there are different reasons to come back to the game, that it is a world that reacts to you, a world that evolves and changes over time. And these events have been given us an opportunity to change the conversation inside the community. So when something like Festival of the Lost happens, people have a different way of expressing themselves creatively, or going out and figuring out, how do I acquire these masks? How do I upgrade them so that they're permanent over time? The Sparrow Racing League will have a similar component where you're acquiring things that you're going to want to keep after the event is over, and in participating in the event, you'll be able to do those things.
Great.
And it's great when the conversation changes, when people have a new weapon to go and acquire, when people have a secret mission that wasn't, obvious to them at the outset of the game. When there are different things to do in Destiny, when there are different things to figure out, it gives the community different reasons to listen to each other and to play with each other and to decipher things together, figure things out together. And the live team's having a great time sort of springing these surprises on the players. You know, this year, in year 2, you literally never know what's going to happen in the world of Destiny. I think we've managed to take a lot of people by surprise with Sparrow Racing League, which is something they've asked for a long time, something we've been working on for a long time, and we just love the, the element of surprise to keep things fun, to keep people guessing.
At about what point did the team decide that they were going to take this crazy idea and turn it into a real thing?
God, I don't know exactly how long we've been working on this in earnest. Sparrow Racing League is something that we've been talking about ever since, we got the first player feedback from the pre-alpha. Like I said, the first time somebody jumped aboard their Sparrow, they said to us, I want to race these things. It's like, of course you want to race these things. Are we crazy enough to try that? But as
you guys
part
are pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. And I think once you get in there and play it, you realize it's not just a race. It's a struggle against good and evil, and like everything else in Destiny, it's an opportunity to become more powerful and to upgrade your character.
Fight the darkness on the track. Love it. So this is coming out December 8th.
This is coming out December 8th. It lasts for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
This is our winter holiday event. So all the way up to December 29th, you can get on the track, you can race your friends, you can earn some sweet new stuff, earn a sweet ride, earn some sweet gear, get a helmet, get a racing suit, strut your stuff in the tower, get yourself a class item. I'm looking forward to getting a Warlock armband emblazoned with the Sparrow Racing League logo.
Yes, please. That's a sweet logo, by the way.
Yeah, I got a tracksuit,
Yeah, I love how you came here and you already have all this sweet Sparrow Racing League stuff.
Yeah, got to get into character.
Nice. So Sparrow Racing League, for attendees, this is playable over at Bungie's booth. If you're here at PlayStation Experience, go check it out for yourself.
Yep.
If you win, you just might pick up one of these pretty sweet shirts that Deej brought over that I can't unfold.
Sparrow Racing t-shirt. So yeah, this is what we'll give you in the winner's circle.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead, throw it. Yeah. So come on downstairs to the booth, check us out. We got playable stations. Get your hands on a control, and let's see how fast you are.
All right, thanks a lot, Deej. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Stay tuned to the PlayStation Livecast. We've got a lot more content coming up. We're going to have lots more developer interviews. We're going to have more live gameplay. We're going to be live streaming all the panels. We've got so much great content coming up for you. Let's take a look at some Uncharted 4 multiplayer coming up here.
Hi, I'm Sean Murray from Hello Games, working on No Man's Sky, and I'm honored to be sat here with Shuhei Ishida.
Hello.
And we're going to play a little bit of No Man's Sky.
Finally.
The game is very, what I would call, like, next gen as a concept. I think a lot of people like me grew up as kids wanting games like this, where you could just go anywhere. It sounds almost like a kid's version of what a game design would be. You know, you'd be able to go anywhere and do anything.
So this was probably just created, right? Generated.
Yeah, it's just being generated around us now. You can see.
So when exactly was this generated? You know, when did you? Was it already generated when you decided you left the other
So that's
planet?
a really good question. So when I'm stood here, I might be able to see the planet we've just come from.
Right.
In the sky.
Yeah.
Maybe not. It's a bit cloudy. Oh, there you go. Right. So that's the planet I just came from.
Close. Yeah.
And you can't see it because of all the clouds and things. But actually, when it's clear, you can actually make out the mountains and rivers and things like that.
Okay.
So it's there all the time. It's just a lower detail.
So these creatures are just born.
Yeah, as you fly towards them, you can see them. Yeah, and they, like, what's cool is that, you know, they're kind of following mathematical paths. And you might see them all. You might see a creature running along and then fly out into space and come back, and he'll be further along from where he was before.
Well, because this planet is very close to the other one, are there some commonality because of the proximity?
No. We can kind of generate things as we go. Like as you're flying down towards it, it's actually creating those creatures.
Right.
Now, if you fly away and come back, they'll be the same creatures every time.
Once it's set.
So this is the sun that we're currently at.
Yeah.
And these lines represent the other solar systems that we can go and visit.
Okay.
So with my current hyperdrive, so that's a big thing that all players, whether you're a trader or a fighter or an explorer, you would all want to upgrade your hyperdrive so that you can go further and further and kind of get towards the center of the universe faster, basically.
So each player starts from different points?
Placed in the outside edge. So everyone will start on a different planet.
Yeah.
And they'll all start on their own little journey towards the center. So like if I pull back a bit.
This is 3D, actually.
But as you have to imagine that every one of those stars has its own solar system, its own little battles, its own types of factions, and its own planets full of life and things like that.
Do you expect some player to actually reach to the center?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, but it will be a long journey.
Can I do it again? Yeah, so it's fun. What are these guys flying over?
So these are kind of sentinels. They're watching over the planet. So if they see you killing some creatures, then they'll get mad at you. And they're just kind of keeping almost like the prime directive.
Looking at me. Ooh.
So now you have one wanted level.
How can I know that? Oh yeah, now I got 2.
Yeah.
Oh great. Come on.
Let's see how long you can survive. So you should start to see some walkers start to chase you. There you go. If you look to the left, over that hill, there's one coming for you. So they're much bigger enemies begin to spawn as you. There you go.
Oh, nice. My weapon's too weak.
Now that you've, I guess, played a little bit.
Well, I discovered something about this game. You know, this game has been amazing to watch, but now I know it's really fun to play. I don't want to stop playing. Wow, thank you for letting me play.
No, it's been really nice to see you play it. Actually, it's quite fun.